Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again, folks. We are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream as we dive into WWE RAW tonight. Going to be a fun one. The fallout from Royal Rumble. Both winners will be here tonight. What will they have to say? Who will they point at? Who is going to Mania? We will find out. We already know other stuff to talk about. So much to get into. I see that chat blowing up. Be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, subscribe, click all the buttons. But strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good, and let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. It's a Monday, so we're kicking off another wrestling week with WWE RAW tonight. It's going to be a fun one. Lots to talk about. Me and that pretty face having for the next few hours. We talk all about the Rumble, the rumors, the news, the stories. One weird story that we're going to get into because it's like when everything goes so well, you got to make up a story. We don't even have the assailants. We're figuring it out one day at a time. But, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Get in that chat, blow it up. We want to see triple digits in the chat tonight. I will remind you first, though, I am Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. That is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight KJ White. I'm Big Nick. And yes, my guy, we got the complete fallout from the Royal Rumble. And feels like there's been a fair amount of fallout, a little bit of this and that and everything else to talk about. So where do you want to start?
Do you want to start with the whole Drew McIntyre thing? I mean, again, or
we can start there
real quick. Jey Uso, Charlotte Flair both win. We all agreed, or at least you and I agreed on Saturday. Hell of a pay-per-view, highly entertaining. Went off. It was great. The ladder match was really good. Still people putting out the clips of KO taking that Alabama slam. So much good stuff happened on Saturday. But yeah, I mean, again, people ask for change. People ask for, new things. They don't want predictable. And then they get it and they're kind of a little apprehensive about it. And for my money, I thought Rumble killed it.
Oh, absolutely. I think Rumble was fantastic. I think fans are very much fickle. Fickle is coming back when it comes to describing wrestling fans on Twitter and the internet and everything like that. I have plenty of thoughts and opinions and feelings about the kind of backlash that Jey Uso somehow got for winning the Royal Rumble. Because I even just listened to his interview with Pat, which if you haven't checked that out, check that out as well. He even addresses it himself. But if you want to talk about the Drew thing, yeah, that whole situation's very weird. Of Drew storms off after being eliminated. I don't know if we, in the moment, thought it looked kind of a little weird. I didn't really think of anything. Right, but I guess it was confirmed that he stormed out or whatever. But then now other people are saying that other wrestlers were upset about somebody who wanted to get their moves in.
Yeah.
But didn't care about the match.
Now, again, we watched it. I didn't see anybody kind of standing out that way. Now, I did hear the name LA Knight bounced around a little. But again, I didn't feel like LA got in the way. The closing of Drew McIntyre's Rumble, he got chucked out by Damian. Him and Damian had that stare down. That seemed to be planned. Like, he wasn't like eyeballing Damian, like, oh, you got your moves in. He wasn't mad at Damian. That storyline. They're both on SmackDown now.
Well, I've heard the rumor that they're setting up Drew versus Damian come WrestleMania.
Yeah, right.
But I've also heard Drew's unhappy with that. It seems to be a lot of stories coming out about Drew's unhappy with everything for some reason, which you mentioned LA Knight. I think the spot in question was Logan gets up and is, showboating in front of the camera. So LA Knight's getting behind him to hit a move on him and everything. And as Jey, Drew, and Damian are going to go for Drew's trying to eliminate Jey, Damian's trying to eliminate Drew, that they bump into LA and it kind of takes the moment away, which I still don't even think was a thing. Yeah.
For my honest opinion, my honest take on it, it felt like everyone was raving about the Rumble. Like, you're seeing the clips of Trish, Alexa Bliss comes back. You see a men's Rumble that some people wanted more surprises, but you look how star-studded and moment-driven that Rumble was. I can't fault them. And again, this idea that, you know, it went so well that we're making so we don't even know who. Oh, well, Drew's mad at something. That's lazy reporting. Lazy reporting.
Well, I mean, it's not like Triple H said, you know, I heard it from a guy who heard it from a guy who heard it from a guy. Let me tell you, they don't know. That's his direct quote.
Right? No, I mean, again, that Victoria McIntyre. Yeah, no, we don't.
Well, and I've seen people even say, well, theoretically, it should be Drew's fault for the whole situation. They could have just waited to do the spot like a whole half a second later if we're really upset about anything.
Well, and you got a bunch of people in there. They're pros. They understand that, you know, sometimes you're going to bump into each other. Sometimes you're going to be stuck in no man's land trying to figure your life out. It's chaos. And yeah, this idea, and like I've seen clips of like the replay of Drew being thrown out. People are putting it out and being like, see what? A little bit of touch. But again, that stare down with Damian was, to me, plotted. So I don't really get it.
Well, and then you get people breaking down, well, he was really mad. He wasn't selling that he was mad. He was actually mad. And if you go and look at Damian's face, he was mad too. It's like, how the fuck are you reading their emotions when it's a scripted show, to be honest? Maybe that's what the scene fucking called for, asshole.
Right. I can tell the difference between real anger and
mark. I'm an internet mark. I have over 3,000 followers on Twitter. I'm a fucking insider. Fuck off. Sorry, I'm probably way too early.
Twice, yeah.
Sorry.
Ding, ding. Happy Monday, Wrestling for Life family. It's Monday. That means we get to watch Raw with the best tag team streaming champions in the world or of the world. Let's go. I mean, we're like 1.5 right now. I'm a little wounded at the moment, so
there you go. We'll ride this through. We'll ride this through, my guy. Man, feel like I show speed after that spear.
Yeah, I'm gonna lay back and put my feet up and just do it from there, live from my bed.
Did you see the chunk that came out of that man's leg?
It was gross. They beat the shit out of that kid. I'll give that kid credit. Like, he took a whooping. Like, he took it. This is gonna be my moment. He took all the whooping. Braun Breaker tried to kill him.
Oh, yeah, well, he laid it in thick, pause. And he even came out and said afterwards about how this shit ain't no joke.
Oh, no, it ain't. No. And you just got chucked over a table by Otis. You got drilled by Braun. I mean, again, what more would you like? But, yeah, I mean, a good spot for him. We understand why they did it. Some people bellyache, but again, they have this weird perception of wrestling. Like, there wasn't stuff like Kyan's high for the 6th time this Rumble. There's always been funky spots, guys. That's what we do.
Well, and I thought you were going with the whole bringing in a celebrity and everything like that. Like, now, granted, I still might have my opinions if I just don't like the individual and everything. That's my personal take, but I get why it's the same thing with Chocolate Chunk, Double Chunk. Why is the same group of people cheering for Chocolate Chunk, Double Chunk, AJ Boom, who had a whole match and everything, and can't stand this guy that popped out, did a backflip, ate a spear, and got hucked over a table?
Right, 100%. Yeah, no, I mean, again, and we've seen other celebrities come in, and me and you talked about don't waste too many spots, and I don't think they wasted too many spots on nostalgia pops and celebrity pops and that kind of shit. I think they did really smart, and him having that moment, it was what it was. And again, they kept it simple, they made it fun, and we move on. Again, it's all about the clicks, it's all about the mass marketing, and both qualify there. So yeah, I have no problem with it. And again, when you look at a Rumble that ended up with, you know, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins, Sami Zayn, which, speaking of all that, we are getting CM Punk and Sami Zayn tonight, which is insane. But yeah, I mean, star-studded. We really can't complain.
And both Rumbles felt entirely different. Like the women's Rumble, very much an NXT presence, had some legend presence and everything, but were people that you felt could have another match or two. Like Trish came out, Nikki came out to, I guess, maybe Santi's approval and nobody else's. Everybody I saw was like, boo. Yeah, and then the men's Rumble had the huge moments, had the legends kind of stare down segment and everything out of it.
Yeah, I mean, again, they created a lot of moments, like the NXT, the 3 women from the NXT standing toe to toe with the 3 vets was excellent. Again, I felt like every 2 seconds in the men's rumble, it was like, oh, Drew and Jacob and Roman, Roman and Sami, Roman and Jimmy, Roman and Punk, and like it wasn't stopping. Like it was just constant. Like, oh my God, it's pretty fucking cool. Ain't it Joe Hendry, Roman Reigns? What the fuck? Like,
exactly. Yeah. And well, since you've got the Elimination Chamber qualifying match on, which I think Punk's winning, by the way, did you see Cena after the media scrum and everything like that? Very different tone from John of everything that I've given for this company, pretty much time for this company to give it back to me.
Yeah, I was really surprised with it. We're having qualifying matches for Elimination Chamber, but he declared, he was like, I'm in. Like, so I don't know if he qualifies or we're just qualifying 5 spots, but shall be very interesting. I did expect, I kind of pre-predict that John Cena is going to win the Royal Rumble, though I was wrong about CM Punk, or sorry, the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
I was wrong about Punk winning the Rumble. So, I mean, crazy times, man. A lot of us expected a different outcome. Now this will be very interesting to see how it pivots and who matches up with who heading to WrestleMania this year.
Oh yeah, I think the men's Elimination Chamber is going to be absolutely star-studded. But sorry, we're going through the chat. Hi people.
What up, Johnny? How you doing? Damian, welcome back. The leader of the Hopium tribe. Eric, got you. How you doing? Punk versus Sami tonight on the road to Yeetamania. Now that's the other part of this is the Yeetamania kind of sells itself, Nick.
Oh, absolutely. Can I have a moment here to address the individuals that have been so upset with Jey Uso winning? This has been going on and been built up much longer than just, yeet and all of that. He's not a fucking flash in the pan. We've been seeing this from Jey Uso and been building this since he was dealing with Roman and fighting him in Hell in a Cell. Ever since, if you're out, then I'm out too. Super kick. Deuces. This whole way through has just been a solid progression for Jey Uso. And it's been literally just the man's over as Rover. He's basically goddamn John Cena again 2.0 of he's over with the kids. He's selling shirts. He's got a whole chant going on. The guy's over. You want surprises. It makes all the sense. The Royal Rumble is a match built for a guy like Jey Uso right now.
And again, like I said, my issue was the fans are like, oh, we're so sick of the same thing. So Roman could have won it. John Cena could have won it. Punk could have won it, which I think were obvious choices. And they come out of left field and they're like, well, here's a bit of a dark horse. Here's Jey. Only like, I mean, again, and then the fans are like, well, why would they do that? And again, you can't have it both ways. If you want new and exciting, and to say Jey is just the entrance, I mean, Jey is a first ballot Hall of Famer. Him and his brother, just sheerly on what they've done in the tag team division. His run has been strong, like you said. He's had a lot of time in. He's the guy that can't win the big one. And I feel like he's going to win the big one on the grandest stage of them all. That's what I think.
Absolutely. It's so funny to me, the hypocrisy of everyone that's complaining for the exact reasons why they feel Charlotte won and they can't stand that because it's the old guard. It's the same old, are the same ones that are complaining that Jey Uso won because it came out of nowhere. He's It's like, so which do you want? Do you want them to freshen stuff up or do you want them to just keep playing the greatest hits? Which one is it?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, again, it's valid in both ways. But Eric, Isaac, good to see you. Christopher, we're doing great. Hope you are doing well. Happy Monday. Joe, how you doing? Kyle, Christian, Jerome, welcome back. MDB, feeling the knee pads tonight. The no fear knee pads. Put it that way.
Well, he had his moment in the Rumble where I think it was Barrett or somebody might have said with a speed of this guy needs knee pads. And I think MDB clipped that about 10 times.
It's smart man. But yeah, no, I mean, again, and again, big moment, Ray, Penta starting it off. Penta has a good one. The longest in the Rumble, Penta. That's a nice.
Did he really?
1 foot. 1 foot.
I've seen a lot of really damning pictures.
1 foot. I say 1 foot. It was so close.
1 foot and a toe. 1 foot and a toe.
I think it was 1 foot.
But that's the thing is, if that's the most that is a negative to come away from this Rumble is Penta in his first Royal Rumble match accidentally touched the second foot. And Drew McIntyre kind of bumped LA Knight and they might have been upset for 5 minutes, then I think it's a pretty good night. Good night.
Yeah, it just feels like we're looking for dirt. What's up,
Yeah.
Brandon? How you doing? Cherokee George, Royal Rumble 50-50, so not disappointed with Charlotte winning, but was pulling for Bailey. Men sucked. Wrong wrestler won. Jey is not worthy of. Yeah, I disagree with that completely at the end there. Cherokee lost us. We just kind of touched on it, so we won't go too deep now, but I don't agree.
Yeah, no, it makes you can't want to bring in new blood into a main event scene and then try and halt it every time you try and go for it.
Right. Again, it was a huge moment and the crowd went wild. That's all that matters. Daniel Berry, Sports Highlights. How you doing? Welcome back. What's up, Wrestling Proud? Safik, good to see you. Christian Power, as always. Clay Lewis, welcome. Liv versus EO tonight. Get well soon, KJ. Thank you, MDB. Thank you. Philadelphia Eagles, fly. We will be here on Sunday, folks, for the Super Bowl party. Looking forward to what we're gonna have to figure out what teams we're going for, bro.
Well, I might be just making sure that everything's called straight down the middle after my Buffalo Bills proceeded to get screwed over.
Right. We'll see. 10 out of 10. We appreciate that. Rocco, probably the Rumble, but we'll take it. Logan versus Cena still, or Logan versus Styles. They kind of touched on both of these. Very interesting. Logan Cena has a lot of marketable, like it's a big ticket item.
I think we'll see it, but I don't. The way Cena talked after the Rumble, I think that there's a potential of now we're going to get Cody versus Cena at Mania, and that's where Cena gets 17.
It's funny because you said that before, and I've shot it down. After Rumble, I do kind of think, yeah, Jey versus Gunther makes more sense. I think Cena's going to win a Chamber. Cena wins Chamber. That only leaves Cody. Yeah, okay.
And I think we could now, with what we saw from the Rumble, could we potentially get a triple threat or some amalgamation with Punk, Seth, Roman, what have you, or anything, because you had the stomp heard around the world with not only a 1-foot stomp, a double stomp from Seth onto Roman, and clearly things are not done between Seth and Punk.
Yeah, again, ongoing continuation. And again, I mean, it's a funny way is, do they slip us a world or a WrestleMania main event that's not a world title match? That will be interesting.
Oh,
like night one ends with like a Punk Seth Roman match, but night 2 is Cody Cena. The last year, the world title, like the Raw title, it went first night 2.
That's still crazy to think. Like, maybe that's you curtail. I don't want to fully say it out loud, but Jey Uso still wins the Rumble. Normally, that guarantees you a main event at WrestleMania. Yeah. If he wins the Rumble and then turns around in his opening night 1 or something like that, well, either way, I wouldn't be opposed to it, but I think it's just more the confines of what they've built within their own structure. I don't fully see it.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think we got a lot to figure out, but yeah, again, I'm looking forward to it. At the end of the day, I think that there's a lot of question marks. We're still wondering where everything falls. Clearly, there's issues with Seth and Roman, and what will that bleed into? What will that look like for Toronto? What will that look like for WrestleMania? We will find out as we approach 90 in the live chat right now, folks. We appreciate it. Don't forget, we are on Twitch. We just hit 30 Twitchers. We're looking for 50.
Right.
But I see kayfabe. I see odds. Remember, odds, keep it clean. That would be appreciated. Safik, good to see you. Paul, welcome. Christopher, love the comments and the compliments. Nick Bray's back with us. 316, always talking about the same thing. Welcome back, sir.
Rocco. Tonight. Sorry.
What's that?
I was just saying, well, he gets to see Liv tonight.
That's true. If she loses, it's going to be interesting. Sheamus opened WrestleMania after winning a Rumble. That is true. Not a great position, though.
Fair enough. I may eat my words with it, but I could very much see it, and I guess how it makes sense and everything, and especially if you've got that type of match with, a Roman, Seth, Punk, and maybe that's the favor of you're still going to be in a main event one way or another. Like, we still don't know even what that is. There's so much twist and turns that we have on the road to WrestleMania. We're one door out the gate, and we're already like so many options.
Yeah, and again, none of them are bad. And I know people like to be a little hypercritical. I mean, we do recommend to try and enjoy the good stuff. If it's good, it's good. You don't have to like all the decisions. You don't have to like all the directions they go. We don't. But at the end of the day, you know, I mean, tonight is a very interesting night. A lot of people tuning in tonight to see what comes of Royal Rumble, what comes on the next step to WrestleMania. So a lot of intrigue for sure, Nick.
I've seen a dark horse rumor going around, and well, I'll ask you when you get back then. Okay. Or if the chat wants to let me know how they feel about it. Of Rock does the Cody thing and comes back in. Jay, I'm gonna need that spot real quick here, boss.
Could you
it's what's good for the family. You're not meant to be in the main event. It's supposed to be the tribal chief versus the final boss of if Dwayne comes out here and strong arms him. Now, I've thought for the longest time that, especially past the first Raw on Netflix, that the Roman Rock storyline was all but dead in the water because he was too babyface, too cuddly, too friendly with everybody, too corporate, that it was over with. But we'll see.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, again, I haven't given up on it yet because I know how quick things can change. I haven't quite given up on it yet, but I do expect it to kick into some type of gear sooner than later, to be 100% honest with you. So, yeah, could they still run it? I think so, but I also think they've left that door open. Let's say they're trying to figure out if The Rock's going to do it or not. You still have this Seth Punk, whatever angle looming in the mist if you don't go that way.
I think that people aren't going to believe that the door is closed on this thing until the day of WrestleMania, until the ding on Roman's match at WrestleMania. People are still going to think, well, he could just show up and pull everybody else out the ring.
Right. Yeah, I mean, again, it was very interesting. I don't think John Cena wins a big one till SummerSlam towards the end of the year. That's my take. If it's a hot take, MDB, I'm with you. I think the back half of his run, because he is going a full calendar year, is where he'll grab a title and then on the way out the door, give it back.
Fair enough. I mean, either one works. I could see it at a WrestleMania. He very was staunch of that's what's, in his words, best for business, which is always interesting words to hear around WWE. But I could still see it at a SummerSlam. That's not a bad show.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of shows, a lot of time. So we'll find out. I mean, again, you have John Cena on the marquee of just about anything. Like they're doing it in Toronto. John Cena's last time in Toronto. So again, they're selling this. They'll be selling this everywhere they go.
Oh, he has alt merch for every city that he pops up in and everything.
Yeah. As ladies and gentlemen, we are about 5.5 minutes away from the start of Raw here tonight. Nick and I will sync up. If you want to do the same at home, just follow along and we'll be in simpatico before you know it. But yeah, we're looking forward to Raw tonight. Real quick, what's up, Floyd? How you doing? Jey, so could Jey become the tribal chief if he's champion?
I don't think he wants it. I don't think that that's a spot he would go for. And then, I mean, if he does want to do it, then you can run back the whole Jey versus Roman thing and you just spin it around the other. You go back to where it started.
Yeah, it kind of comes
reverse it,
right?
But it would be crazy for something like that to pop up. Like, again, that's the best thing about this is there's 10 different fantasy ways you could book this. None of them sound bad, but also don't get mad when they don't do your idea, folks.
Right. No, that's it. You can't book it. And again, I think I said this a lot. Like, I'm finding that you know, they're really forcing the wrestling fans to be patient.
And to guess, like, I mean, Christ, we talked about it before the whole Rumble of the Alexa Bliss story of even during the prediction show. I said some stuff to her. I thought she'd never show back up in WWE and everything like that. And apparently I must have been the guy that another guy heard and another guy sourced and everything like that.
Right.
Out there saying how Alexa Bliss would never show up. And then Triple H pretty much let it out of the bag at the press conference. The same play that we've been talking about them doing for the longest time of leak bullshit out because they'll take it and run with it.
Yeah. And again, it's fun to watch because the fan base, especially when they get emotionally invested in stuff that has nothing to do with them, it kind of makes me chuckle of like, hey, why are you so emotionally invested in a story? And this idea, like, again, you got guys like Meltzer who take shit hook, line, and sinker and are consistently wrong. Like I said, he's worse than a weatherman. He's just guessing at the forecast at this point. And you see Triple H almost laugh at them. Right? He said it during the Drew McIntyre stuff last time with the contract dispute. I don't know where you guys get 90% of this stuff. And I think this is no different. And yeah, sure, you have a couple of your interns or whatever leak out to these quote unquote reporters. Oh yeah, Alexa Bliss is done. She's sick of this. She's out. They couldn't come to terms.
Well, and then you even had Wade Barrett. I don't know. I was reading the comments, so I had Wyatt stuck in my head. But you had Wade Barrett and Michael Cole on the pre-show pretty much take a pot shot at dirt sheets and everything like that. Yep. They know what they're doing. That's the thing is, respectfully, one company, the leaks get out because they want them to get out. And because no one can keep their mouth shut backstage and it's utter chaos. The other one is using it as weapons of mass distraction. We'll make you think there's no possible way she's going to be there. So when she shows up, you lose your fucking gourd.
100%. And I think from my perspective, I think that one company is using the dirt sheets to deal with internal issues because they can't grasp how to do it professionally or properly, or they're not being satisfied internally properly. Pause on all of that. But the other company is using the dirt sheets to further their story, to further their message, to champion their cause, to get more people to tune in. And I think people really don't realize that at times.
One show is using the dirt sheets, the other show is being used by the dirt sheets.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it, Nick. Absolutely. But we are a minute and a half away from the start of the show, folks. Nick, we got some other names in that chat. And
I'm going to try and rapid fire. And apologies if we've missed any of your salacious comments, your hot takes, your dying, burning questions, or anything like that, or just saying hi. But we do try and click on as many chats as we can. We do have the super chats, the super stickers, the memberships. We got every button, gizmo, and gadget for you, folks. But Vance, what up? Henry, what up? Chair, what up? Kevin, Michelle, I'm doing fine. I'm good. I'm doing fine too. I'm on cloud 9. Jordan, what up? OG Dale, Keyshawn, Wade Barrett said, don't listen to the dirt sheets. Absolutely. And it's almost like we have a whole shirt and everything like that you can go and get on our merch store. F. Dave Meltzer and the dirt sheets. Absolutely, Vance. 100%. 100%. It's almost like we've been saying this even before the Fed was saying it. Nick has a good voice for Dave. Sir?
It's definitely been a hot minute of us beating this drum.
Yeah, just a wee bit, my guy. It's almost like we've sat there and told other content creators and everything, stop sourcing Meltzer. He doesn't know. We've been saying for almost over a year, we have as much credibility as Dave Meltzer. And now that he's proven it.
Yeah. Hello, you fine people. What's up, Ken? Bash 8, welcome back. Welcome back. Jose, good to see you. We are about 10 seconds away. Jules and KC. What's good, ABJ? How you doing? How you doing?
Yeah, or Kevin, what up? Sorry, Arthur got me distracted because he said I reminded him of Pat Sajak somehow. I don't know how.
Oh,
I feel like I got a little Jones more in my voice than
right, a little bit of gravitas,
a little bass or a little gravel. But yeah.
Right. But Alex, the event is about to start. Absolutely, let's go.
Vitamins Engage as me and you should be syncing up hopefully anytime soon here.
Any second now.
Right. So I am then.
I
will hiccup to now.
Now.
There we go. And we will always be here forever.
There we go. Simpatico. Let's go, folks. If you want to dial in with us, we will all be together in a second. But the show together. The show goes live. What will happen? Who kicks this one off? Some really big matches here tonight. They start the qualifications for the Elimination Chamber. Charlotte will be here tonight. Jey will be here tonight. Again, the qualifying matches kick off. We will be here tomorrow. We will be here for the Super Bowl. We will be here. Is this the just of all of what I've said?
Never fear. We will always be here.
Dun, dun, dun.
We are officially on the road to WrestleMania, says Michael Cole.
This is a tough battle, bro.
Punk wins. It's going to be a hell of a match. Punk wins. They're stacking that men's chamber.
What do you think? Roman, Cena,
Punk, Cena,
Seth, Drew.
There's 5. Priest.
Who'd be 6? Priest is a good shout.
LA Knight, yeah.
Could you imagine if they got beef with him? We're getting our 2K25 ratings as well, by the way.
Interesting.
Liv a 91, EO an 89. Something's wrong with that picture.
Strike that, reverse it.
Yeah, at least. The Queen is back wearing Andrade's suit, even though they broke up.
She got it in the split.
She got the suit in the split. I'm wearing it.
Well, which, by the way, this is going to be the last thing I say on this, because it's always weird for me to talk about other people's personal lives and everything. But so for those who don't know, it came out very publicly today that as of October 2024, Andrade and Charlotte had been awarded their divorce, however you want to put it, officially divorced by a judge and everything after they'd already filed. So they're officially like a referee whistle, done. And that's the last I got to say about it.
That's it. Shit happens. Things go wrong. And hope they find happiness. Everyone deserves to be happy. So good luck to them both. But I really don't care.
Exactly. Ding, ding. Moving on. I don't give a fuck about whether you're married or not. Like
Triple H books women just fine, sir. Just because it doesn't give you what you want every time you want it. It's unfortunate, but he's killing it. Sorry.
Real quickly. Why do KJ and Big Nick hate Liv so much? We don't hate her. We just don't love her as much as you do.
I love Liv. Like, that's the ironic part of that. I love the girl. I'm just not blinded. Like, I'm very aware that she will never be my partner. So I've let it go where I can just watch her wrestle and analyze it without my feelings. Maybe we work on that a little, 316.
Right.
She's not going to love you back, bro. It's okay.
He's out there. So you're saying there's a chance.
There's a chance.
The IWC, cry.
We are getting a
Liv. Sorry, real quick. Do you think we get Alexa and Liv?
Alexa Liv? Yeah, it could be. It looks very possible. We are getting a package from the Royal Rumble. 70,347. Damn.
It's amazing how they fit 70,000 people in there when they had to set up for 67. Cena enters last Rumble ever. It is still kind of super interesting to me that Cena's the last guy he hucks out.
Yeah, no, I mean, because I get, yeah, maybe it gives him an attitude, but at the end of the day, I mean, all of us thought Cena was winning.
But I think that's what makes it the best surprise.
Yeah.
Because he eliminates the heavy favorite for it. And a guy who, right now, he's kind of got the same model like this. He's coming out through the kids.
Is that Ian Ziering? Ian? 90210. Shout out.
There you go.
There's one weird dude amongst all these children. What is happening?
But he's coming out with, like, he's got the orange Yeet shirt for Cleveland. Yeah. He's got the Indianapolis one for the Rumble. Like, he's a merch mover. He's a guy that appeals across the board, even beyond wrestling.
Listen, like, you can't argue. Listen, 70,000 on Saturday went insane. This entire building right now is going insane. And again, we're in this weird generation where you criticize somebody for being good at stuff. Like, he had to come, like, that entrance, that attitude, the whole package had to come together. How dare he figure it out? Like, what do you mean? No, it's just an
Because
entrance. Well, okay, it's like a band has a hit single. It's just a song. What the fuck are we doing? What are we
no, it's
supposed
a
to do?
societal thing. It's I want you to succeed, but I don't want you to succeed to where I know I can't catch you.
Yeah, what the fuck? Like the
You need to
crowd's
stay back
on,
down close to me. Sorry.
but then the crowd is on fire.
Right? You even got Cole with his off rhythm ass out there trying to do the eat and everything.
Right? It's like the Yes movement all over again.
Right? Well, is it Yeet Mania? Is it Yeetamania? Is it Yeetlemania? Shout out, John. I've seen it. It's kind of like Beatlemania, Yeetlemania.
Right?
Trust me, you wouldn't believe the number of Caucasian kids I saw watching with, Uso shirts and a mullet because of Jey Uso. Losing their mind because he won the Rumble.
Right? The good news is they already had the mullet prior to
They just bought the shirt. They already had the haircut.
halfway there.
Yeet.
Jay over as hell.
Paul, my dog is eating.
Again, whether you love or hate Jay, again, people generally don't give me good reasons why they hate him. You have an old timer like Cornette. Oh, his work's fine, man. He's good. I know he throws a lot of super kicks, but that's modern wrestling. He could join a club of people that throw a lot of super kicks. But at the end of the day, he works, man, and he's over as shit. This again, the idea that criticizing a man for being over blows my mind.
John Cena was the figurehead of this company and this industry for a while, actively being known for having just the 5 moves of doom.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about? Why do we need to put extra fucking limits on people and everything?
Hogan, Goldberg, there's a long list of guys that were just over because they were over. And that's it, man. Some people are like,
yeah, some guys get over with characters, some guys get over with their promos, some guys get over with work rate. There's different avenues to achieve success.
Did you see the clip of Ricochet admitting he can't get a promo?
No. I thought that was just everyone else, but yeah.
Yeah, he admitted it. It was funny. But $5 super chat from Spazzer.
There you go. I'll read it then.
I thought you were. That's why I stopped. I was like,
oh, you're good. I got it. KYJ and Nikki So Sticky. That sounds different now that we had Nikki Bella show up at the Rumble.
Right.
The Royal Rumble stream kicked ass. Congrats, brothers. My sister-in-law's fundraiser is still tagged on X. Cena Handry TNA title mania. Hopefully your sister-in-law is doing well. But yeah, I don't know about that one.
Right. No, not at all. Sorry, but that's just a little too big for Joey.
I saw some people will be like, Jey Uso is going to challenge Joe Hendry for the TNA title.
Right. Jose, hot take. Undertaker was popular because of his gimmick. Facts. Again, yeah.
Holy shit.
Right? If Taker was just a really good wrestler, but wasn't Undertaker, he was just Mark Calloway. Is he
Mark Calloway could hit a one-winged angel? Would he be Undertaker?
Yeah, but would the Undertaker be the Undertaker if he was just Mark Calloway, the good wrestler, the athletic big guy? No.
I think we see a company of really good wrestlers that don't have character and can't connect and can't get over.
Yeah, fans nowadays would see an Undertaker and be like, oh, he's just over because his entrance is cool.
Like, he does all the flippy shit. Yeah, the other way, yeah. Yeet.
Everyone eating away.
Well, I mean, Christ, WWE sat there and fought for a trademark for this. They're like, we're not gonna we're gonna recoup our monetary investment here. Welcome to Yeetland. See, that's the thing. There's so much you can play with it.
Yo, one more time.
That's the first time I've ever seen that. They were literally chanting for him to come out and do his entrance one more time. I was wondering, I was waiting for you.
Yeah, I was literally calling for the encore. He's like, one more time. Over.
Yeah, I was like, what are they chanting? I just heard noise.
That's why he won.
That's the thing, is I've never seen that to where they literally asked for a wrestler to come out and do their entrance again so they can
Right.
party like that.
I thought he was going to run back up the stairs.
I really thought he was going to do it.
Like, wait, let's do it again. Run it back. You deserve it.
I'm too fucking winded to do it.
Right.
That is the problem, as they're chanting, "You deserve it." But that is the problem a little bit with his entrance. By the time he gets to the ring and has to talk on the mic, he's winded as fuck.
Right. You are now excited for Yeetland. Yeah, let's go. Yeet, yeet. I can't even say that.
It's Yeetaline's day.
Yeetaline's day?
Yeah. It's because I can do the Patrick, lead. So lead.
Yeah, this is obnoxious. Tell me what the obnoxious part is. The entire building having a fucking ball or what? Like, where do we
I'm
draw
gonna
the
say
line?
this respectfully, 316. Your obsession with Liv at times is obnoxious. If we want to talk about obnoxious things,
I didn't say shit, bro. But
you can be mad at me. He likes you. I said that.
This man is over and nobody can say shit. The people that didn't want Jey to win are eating. Yeah, 100%, man. I'm with you, bro. What are you going to do? You find me a guy, and you find me one wrestler in another company that's getting this kind of reaction. Tough break. This is what Swerve Strickland should be if booked proper. He'd be your Jey Uso.
He
was on the cusp of it. Yeah.
He was there.
They fucked it up because there's no heels, baby. We're just situational heels and baby faces. If they dug into what a baby face Swerve is, this is the type of shit that could be happening for him. And they're still chanting.
Right? I like this. That's exiting Yeetland. I'm not. Laura, what up? Bloody Mass 444. Much deserved. Absolutely. Bloody Mass even saying, hit that like button.
Let's
go.
go.
For your buddy 444.
Right? Let's go. Yeah, no, much deserved for sure.
Well, and
he might speak. He might speak.
Well, how emotionally was the thing about it? I'll keep vamping until he does speak and everything. Of how when they show the video of he walked backstage and Jimmy meets him with his shirt and hugs him, and then Jacob breaking kayfabe throws the flowers on him and everything.
Yeah, you tell me they're not going to let this guy win at WrestleMania? Get the fuck out of here. I'm picking Jey Uso no matter who he's fighting at Mania. Look at this. How long are we into the show?
We are
13 minutes?
13 minutes into this show.
And all
of this, yeah.
13 minutes into Raw tonight has literally been the fans just going ballistic. And all he says
so
is
hard not to cry right now.
Oh, this is good shit. This is real. This is authentic. A guy who's genuinely proud of himself, getting all the accolades he's earned. If people don't get that out there and they're so jaded and so, stuck on one groove, that's fine. But
you said it earlier. We had the yes movement. Why can't we have the yeet movement?
Why not? Right? And this guy is fucking into it. And when you see that genuine raw emotion of him getting choked because they told him he deserved it, come on now.
Shit enough to make you get choked up.
You got
you're getting choked already beforehand, but yeah. Monday Night Eat, yeah.
Let Jey take this time. Yeah, man. Again, let the crowd have fun. You're in no rush to get off the air tonight.
Is he really, though, the next one? When I know we talked about it as storyline, but when Roman calls it a day, is Jey the next one?
In a lot of ways, but I mean, again, Jay's kind of not like, I mean, he'll be in the twilight of his career by the time Roman's. So I mean, it's a very interesting.
I don't think so.
He's getting up there. He's been around for a hot minute, but you do have the Solos, the Jacobs, the Zillas. Apparently, Zilla is going to be on Evolve.
Really? Well, that's WWE ID and everything a little bit. So yeah.
Loving this.
Come on here. 2-9. I got it now. and the crowd pops. Like, I think Roman's got a few years, and I love Roman. He can wrestle till whenever, but
Right.
I think he's done what he needs to do and everything like that. Like, he might go on to the Hollywood, he might go the Dwayne route, and Jay's hitting his stride now.
Oh yeah, I mean, again, and one drunken statement got this guy over, and that's fact. But again, we've seen it time and time again. We had a guy like Mick Foley get over with a fucking sock he had in his gym bag. Like, funny shit happens. Everyone spends their whole life trying to, like, how do I have that over moment? This motherfucker found a sock in his bag. So yeah,
Right.
one drunken statement bleeds into the biggest moment of his life.
Yeah. JV, both Roman and Jay are 39. So,
Yeah.
well, one just hit their stride, one's been at their stride, one's got other things. Yeah, I digress. It was a thought.
Right.
I just yeeted my pants.
Ye in my pond.
TLD, one drunken statement got this guy over. Absolutely. Like, 100%. This man's out there just in a press conference with Cody. Oh,
he choked, bro. He got me there for a second.
Well, you're gonna see it coming down. He did it, so he's trying to hold it back. You ever been there? You're trying to hold it back.
Yeah,
I'm good. I got it.
It's good shit, folks. Hey, yes.
And now,
Amen,
bro, this shit is real. This shit is raw. This shit is authentic. When you talking about that Royal Rumble winner, you better put that Jey Uso with it.
Oh, we got company. What could be his WrestleMania opponent? What if you did Punk, Gunther, and Cody Jey? Could Cody Jey cook?
I've seen people kick out the idea of Cody Jey. I just Cena becomes the odd man out, and I'm wondering, well, like, where do you put Cena then? Then you'd have to do Cena Paul.
Yeah, would it be something like a Cena Paul? Because I mean, as far as marketable clickbaity matches, Cena Paul is the epitome of that.
But who do you see, like, which match of, I know you said it earlier, of he's winning whoever he faced and everything like that. Jay versus Gunther, I think Jay wins easier. Like, that's an easier pick than Jay versus Cody. And it's babyface.
I mean, again, very good point.
And like you,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, and if it doesn't main event, Jay versus Gunther, I think, is easier to not main event than Jay Cody.
That's not wrong at all. Yeah, that's the interesting part.
This possible matchup, it doesn't appeal to me. It doesn't matter to you, bitch. He gets to pick.
And this is perfect. This plays that complete angle. That's why Gunther's a good opponent for Jay. Is you don't deserve what you're getting. You're a fluke. You're a catchphrase. You don't deserve. I don't want to fight you. You're not in my depth.
Oh yeah, Gunther's saying everything the IWC, though, all the Twitterverse has been saying.
Right. I am always in control. Amen.
I refuse to do this with you.
Oh, he is. He's so good, Odds.
He didn't even pick you yet.
Well, he's just letting them know, don't pick me. I'm not wasting my time with you. Been down this road with you.
But again, you don't have a choice in the matter.
You don't, but I think he's advising him, don't fuck around. And I like the idea. He's so pompous that even if you pick me, I will not sign that contract. Fuck you and your Royal Rumble.
Oh, I love it. I think 100%. This has been Gunther being champion has brought out the most out of his personality.
He's been outstanding. Yeah, he's an evil Bond villain. You could cast him in the next Bond, no problem. He was perfect. I
Do you expect me to not pick you, Mr.
Right?
No, I expect you to get chopped.
And he has, like, he just like this. He did it to Cody. He's done it to others. He did it to Sami. He just dresses down your baby face.
And does it in a way that it's not like you see now with some wrestling promotions of they've got to go super low bar, super like insider baseball and everything with that. No, he can cut a promo and just say what everyone online, what the critics are saying, and just amplify it.
Well, and I think part of that is he undresses them in a way that if you're a fan of the babyface, you get offended.
Very much so. Are we going to have Uso crybabies now, like we had with Dwayne? But I don't know exactly what Gunther said to Uso because I was talking, but it ended with calling him a dog, right? And I don't think in a positive way.
A diseased dog. A diseased dog. That's crazy.
He came down with a case of the eats,
right?
Oh, hey, hold on, Oos. Let's know.
Right. But when you talk about big mania moments like this one, like Rey Mysterio, like Kofi Kingston, like Yes Mania, I mean, this fits the bill of the undeserving babyface. People doubt him. Do you even belong here?
Right.
And that's what he's saying right now.
Supposed to win a Royal Rumble. Yeah. Well, and for everyone that wants to get on King Jay's work rate and everything, and if he can have a 5-star Tokyo Dome Meltzer Spankfest, there's no better person that's going to get that out of Jey than Gunther.
Well, and again, Jey doesn't shy away from jumping off the top or doing a big splash or giving us a tope or two. I mean, the guy's not grounded. He might not be the highest of flyers, but let's give the man some credit. I think he's a perfectly fine wrestler. And as I've said, him and his brother going in the Hall of Fame ASAP. This is just his singles legacy that I think he's earned. They didn't just hand it to him. He's earned it.
But that match at WrestleMania between Jimmy and Jey was hot super kick dog water.
Oh, it was shit. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Disease dog. Cujo.
But really good segment to set the tone. We are officially on the road to WrestleMania. So let's talk about the Royal Rumble. Let's talk about what you are going to get at WrestleMania. Jey Gunther seems the most likely to be how that one's going to play out.
Oh, I think you said everything right there. You said that's the decision without saying that's the decision.
Yeah. Yeah, no, 100%. And you flirt with the idea that, we got a Roman Reigns
update. He cracked his cranium.
Not once, but twice.
It's a double stomp. I saw somebody that put the Mario stomp the sound effect to that. Yeah. I was like, that's so good. This could be. Oh yeah, so they're mentioning Cena's definitive statement. I saw some people that are like, is this the tease of a Cena heel turn? Yeah, because they're going to do a Cena heel turn that they wouldn't do in the decades of his career. They're going to do it in the last 4 months of it.
Yeah, it's funny because sometimes that confidence, that belief, that self-belief comes off as almost that toxic masculinity of he's too, he's saying he's just going to go do it. Like, he's going to be a bad guy, right? No, you can be an athlete and be very confident in what you bring to the table. And he essentially saying after not winning the Rumble, you bet your fucking ass I'm going to win at the Chamber. And if that doesn't sell a few thousand tickets unto itself, I'd be shocked.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, they kind of got to make it a reason as to why he's on the poster before he even qualified for the match and everything a little bit. Do not confuse confidence with cockiness Yeah, he's very. He's already in there, so it's him and 5 others.
And people are I can hear the whining about. Listen, it's John fucking Cena. If John Cena says I'm in the Rumble, Cena's in the Rumble. or whatever it is.
But that's that epitomizes literally exactly what he said. This is the end of my run. Up next, Penta, but I am John Cena. If I'm saying I'm going to be in the Elimination Chamber to earn my spot into WrestleMania, if we're gonna go true heel Cena, he could have just said, "It doesn't work for me, brother. I need to be in a WrestleMania segment." Right. He's gonna still be first entrant into the Elimination Chamber, earn his fucking spot. It's him declaring his spot for it. That's it.
Yeah, my resume gets me a spot in the Elimination Chamber. So, and again, I mean, it's funny. John Cena declares, Punk has to qualify. Hey, you tough shit. Another reason to be jealous. Because I got Ludwig Kaiser.
Yeah, well, I have formerly of the Old Spice commercials. So yeah, I get the commercials, you get the Kaisers.
Yeah, Kaiser's getting the jobber entrance as we speak. I will be right back. I'm going to do a jobber exit.
There you go. KJ is taking a pause for the cause as I am in commercial break right now. So again, be a friend, tell a friend. We got 102 people watching with us right now. Let's see if we can get 110, 120. I saw we're tiptoeing that way north of 100 here for a minute. Let's see if we can stay above that as I see 147 likes on the stream. Let's fucking go. I have Old Spice. There you go. I don't know. Old Spice for what this is going to just be random conversation, I guess, now with me for a little bit with that. But yeah, of Old Spice for me, I started to have like a reaction to it, so I don't fuck around with Old Spice for now. Christian Nick, how do you like the idea of the Nasty Boys going to the WWE Hall of Fame? I don't know exactly what. I mean, I'll say this: I get why. Maybe I guess they could. If Hogan was more in favor of the company, if Vince was still in charge, make a lot more sense, I'd say, for the Nasty Boys to go in the Hall of Fame. If they're not already, I don't know if you're pulling one on me, and they're already in there. But yeah, I don't see it now. I don't see what this year would qualify. I do like, for anyone who didn't watch, of Hogan was also on McAfee, and McAfee didn't let Hogan kind of walk away from, the whole Monday Night Raw and Netflix boo situation and everything. Put Lex Luger in the Hall of Fame before the man. Yeah, Lex should go in. I could see maybe Demolition goes in. I know that they've been talked about quite a bit. That's the thing, is I'm trying to, Bray, I don't think would go in this year because Hunter's headlining and all that. Motorhead and the Celebrity Wings. There's 4 people potentially. Any of you got any other? Dwayne should go in. I'm pretty sure Dwayne's already in. No. Yeah, did Dwayne go in? No, it's the Muhammad Ali thing when he got the People's Championship. So I'm pretty sure Dwayne's already in, but Christ, trying to remember. And especially because there's no actual physical Hall of Fame. So I guess you let me know 2 questions in the chat. Who you would throw into the Hall of Fame this year? And B, should they actually have a physical pro wrestling Hall of Fame, like a WWE Hall of Fame that's actually physical, like all the stuff that they show in Saudi for all these shows that they did on all the Vault shows and, the top dollar A&E trying to get all the memorabilia back and everything. Should we have a physical WWE Hall of Fame, and where would you put it? Because I've got Ludwig in the ring, Demolition, Psycho Sid's not a bad one as well. Bray Wyatt, Bray Wyatt maybe next year or something. I personally think if Wyatt goes in, he headlines. They'll do a whole Firefly Funhouse. They'll get really creative with it and make that a focal point, because that's somebody that was already trajecting to that was taken too soon. So yeah, Macaulay Culkin. Why? Just because of the the reveal on Raw? But yeah, no, Culk's not a bad show. As I've got Penta coming out. They keep switching up his entrance. Oh, now we got a little spiraling twirl. I was gonna say, We just had the fire behind him. Now we've got the twirling sparkler. And we've got the little Penta strut here. But he has 100% hit the ground running as a star since his debut in WWE. But folks, let me know who you're taking for this match. Who you got, whether you're taking Penta or Ludwig, and why is it Penta? As they're bringing up even the Royal Rumble stats of how Penta was the Iron Man of the men's Rumble. Meanwhile, Ludwig was in there for all of 6 seconds. He was a second away from tying Santina Marella, I believe, for the shortest time in the Royal Rumble. Without The Undertaker, we have no Damian Priest. That's my comparison. Fair enough. I'm not sure exactly the comparison, like where that came about or what started that conversation, but I would agree with that. Of athletic big men, I think, won't even, as much as I may not like Glenn Jacobs, as I see a guy in the front row even dressed with the Kane cape, in full Kane attire. But yeah, Kane very much too was up there. Taker had the longevity. Kane was a bit more athletic than Taker, but I digress. I'm also a Kane mark, not a Jacobs mark, but a Kane mark. Yeah. As Ivan, this has to be Penta again, and I think he's working up he's doing tower mode. He's working his way up through the underbosses in the mid card before he ends up, challenging for a mid card title here. Brock Stammer was brought in. Yeah, we're not going to touch on that, Christopher. I'm not a lawyer. I don't pretend to play one. I didn't sleep at a Holiday Inn Express. I'm not a small town bird lawyer. You're all set with me on the legal stuff of what is alleged is deplorable and despicable, and I don't really want to get into that conversation live. I'll put it that way. Nick Bray, Hardy's I feel like you're trying to say a sentence, sir, but I feel like you keep shutting yourself off. James and KC, Hardy Boys for the Hall of Fame, maybe with the TNA. Jeff has publicly said, I believe, that he won't go. Oh, Ludwig just smacks the fucking taste out of Penta's mouth here as he hops onto the outside. But I think Jeff's already publicly said, like, if he's actively wrestling, or they both may have said, even if they're actively wrestling, they won't go into any sort of Hall of Fame. But I could be wrong. Death Valley Driver from Ludwig on a Penta on the apron here as we go to another commercial break here. So that's not a bad, again, every little bit. Penta's not coming out here and having squash matches and just walking through people. His match with Gable was fantastic. He starts off the Rumble going toe-to-toe with Rey Mysterio. If that isn't pretty much putting out there that they're using him as to pass the torch here. And now he's out here with Ludwig. And again, having a competitive match. He's not out here looking like a world beater. He's earning his stripes. He's earning his way, up the chain of command here. Up the ladder, I shall say. Hornswoggle, WWE Hall of Fame. One day, honestly, I really do think Dylan Plouffe, I hope I said his name right. Probably didn't, but yeah. Swoggle needs to be on the Hall of Fame for if Stacy Keibler, if Tori Wilson can make it in, Hornswoggle can make it in. Yes, Hardys deserve a Hall of Fame place. No one's saying they don't. I don't think that they will go in until they've officially retired, and that's still TBD. Sorry about those mistypes. Was eating attempting to type. No worries. I want to see the Rockers in the Hall of Fame. Are they not? I know. I mean, Michaels is. Is Jannetty not? Well, Jannetty's a wild boy. So we'll see. Scott, Dean Ambrose Hall of Fame. His career has been over for 5 years. Oh, that's That's funny. That's a clever one right there. Kidman was a low-key legend of his time. Kidman is a good call. Did he make tank tops and jean shorts popular to wrestling? Yeah, maybe. Well, Kidman to me was moreover just because of his goddamn moveset. And honestly, I'm a sucker for his WWE theme, yeah, like all of that. I don't know. I mean, Kanyon, I would say, might need to go into the Hall of Fame before Kidman if we're going that way. Because who better than Kanyon? If Rockers go in, HBK will have 3 rings. Ooh. As we're already back in action is, we just chucking Penta. Do we know the status of Cody and KO? They were both pretty beat up. AD and AZ. I have heard conflicting reports with this. I have heard there was a thing with Jackie Redmond post-show that said Cody is actually really beat up and everything like that. Hunter said during the press conference that no serious injuries were sustained during this. I know Kevin looked really bad after that match, but I think that was just a masterclass in his selling of even all the way through. He deserves a lot of credit for everything that happened with this feud, with this match, does Kevin, but I don't think he's hurt. Like I said, because they did it with him talking to because Jackie Redmond said it. I don't know if it's story or shoot or what, but yeah, it's wait and see at this point. If Cody was actually hurt, it's going to change a lot of plans. I'll say that. As Penta fired up, Zero, man, I liked how some people, we were talking about the Drew McIntyre, somebody wanted to get themselves over versus the match, conversation for a bit. A lot of people, slingshot, backstabber, 1, 2 count. But a lot of people initially pointed at Penta, I guess because he's the new kid in school, because he kept doing the Zero Mando and all that. But yeah, some people, before they really thought about it, just instantly started blaming Penta. Then again, he had the pendulum dropkick there. 2 count. But a lot of people initially blamed him for going over on the Raw where he debuted. Meanwhile, this show still ended a half hour early. So, yeah. Tajiri's not a bad show. If Tajiri goes in, William Regal has to induct Tajiri into the Hall of Fame, I feel. Please, just for the mark in me. Ciampa's still at it. No. Ciampa's not going to the Hall of Fame right now. What? The Cody Channel Tupac revenge is like the Swedish Joe. I should have read that through. Jose, you know better. You got to slap on the wrist. Pause. How is Tori Wilson? How is Tori in, but not Tajiri? Questions that plague my mind every day. As Penta up and over. Well, I never read. I see a lucha fly. Can we see Alexa Bliss cost Liv Morgan her match? Well, there you go.
Yes.
Fair enough. Well, does she go after Liv or does she go with the Wyatt 6?
I don't know. I feel like they left that door open for Liv for sure.
The rumor is she's Raw bound and the Wyatts are on SmackDown.
Yeah.
But I really personally just love the whole. I like that Lily got a facelift. She got a tummy tuck, all of that. Even if Alexa denies any plastic surgery, I can see it. And then coming out with the Fiend Forever gear that you got the little small R, so it slides into Friend Forever. Yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Like she's not running from the Wyatt connection.
No, not at all. At least, DVD.
Oh, two.
Wow, two,
Ghosts.
two,
Ghosts.
two.
Ghosts. Yes, sir. How you feel about this match? Who you got? Who you got? Who you got?
Penta, but it's been a good match. Ludwig's a good worker, strong. This has been back and forth. Ludwig setting it up, reversed.
Whoa. Would you like to that Penta's A, not having squash matches, and B, kind of working his way up through the mid card?
Yeah, they're doing exactly what you're supposed to do. They're working your way through. Again, I think for him to come in and get to know the fan base and climb the chart, like, look, they're cheering when he wants them to wake up, they wake up, and they pop for that.
Oh. Now that I know he calls it the sacrifice, I'm very tempted to always sing "My Sacrifice" every time he hits it. But yeah, Penta wins with the Penta driver.
It's over.
You can read this one.
Yeah, $5 super chat from Spaz saying he'd rather see R-Truth at 30 than toxic ass Amber Heard 2.0 Bella. I like it.
Oh, okay.
Should have been a shorter match. It was plenty of fun match. I don't know why. Why would that have to be shorter?
I mentioned this when you were on your pause and everything. How I don't know if you heard it with like the Drew thing. People initially started to try and blame Penta over it. Of like, is it because they brought him back and he's fucking cool, or like they brought him in and he's cool instead of like a jobber at the gate? Like we got to just hate on it. What's going on?
Yeah, no, that's it. It's just trying to rain on a parade. Right now, things are going well and trying to rain.
Yeah, but they're just more pissing on a tea party than anything. Has Pete Dunne coming out? How do y'all feel? I know he's gone all the way to the depths of Butch, and I don't mind. Oh, is Ludwig jumping? So are we going to get a tag team of Ludwig and Pete Dunne? Fabian Eichner somewhere just still trying to get his coat off, but still. Pete Dunne went from challenging Gunther for the NXT UK title and being a world beater in NXT to now he's second hand.
Right? It's crazy.
Right? As Ludwig just lays out Penta. Oh, he hucked to that's them fighting words. So they're still eyeing each other up. I really think I mean, is that a trade up of you traded Fabian Eichner for Pete Dunne? I mean, it's a demotion a bit for Pete Dunne, and it all buffs out somehow. Yeah.
Could Dunne be joining Imperium? They have that hold.
But that's so like to see the guy that I know some of Gunther's best matches were against is now going to be his.
I think that's
subservient. Like,
yeah, I think it sets it up though. You put them together to break them back up. Like they,
I hope.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, it's possible as they give us the replay. JD McDonough, who will be out for a little while due to breaking his ribs.
Yes. Finn back. I'm gone for 2 weeks. A little apart. Hey, I thought we didn't have leaders. Lord of the Fries over here.
You stole my tag team partner.
You stole my tag team title rematch.
Wow.
I like this.
Oh, wow.
Because this feels getting a bit closer to Devil Ferget, to Prince Deviteur, New Japan, Bullet Club, Finn.
100%.
Raquel and I are getting a tag team title match. Oh my. She's talented in the ring, but just her fucking voice. I've heard too many people that sound like that. I don't like it.
Right? Dom got Finn a qualifying match.
Wait, chair. Hey Nick, quit pulling out your best Dave Meltzer impression by saying they're going to be a tag team. What do you mean by that? That would be a Meltzer impression, sir.
Right? As they are talking about the Vegas WWE World.
Right. I really want them to go back to the in your houses a bit with NXT of when they actually even had the little, like the actual in your house set and everything pop up.
But here comes the Queen. Charlotte Flair, newly single.
So you're saying there's a chance,
right?
Did you see the clip going around of Rhea slapping Tiffany on the back and saying, "That's all you,"
right?
What in the...
That looked awkward.
Oh, yeah, she looked like she was like, I don't know if I trust my legs.
What? Yeah, like baby steps.
Right. Tiptoe by the window.
Charlotte there.
New music, a new entrance, a new kind of presentation and everything. Like it's no longer the like their little remix with that.
That's true.
She looks like a fucking stilted figure. She doesn't know how to like interact with fans and shit.
Right. Charlotte's new logo looks like Ricochet's logo.
It looks like the S everyone drew in the 90s.
Right. Does Charlotte Flair have the same voice at the beginning of her music that Andrade has? Oh, I don't know. El Charloto.
El Charloto. Ídolo.
Right.
Well, and outside of this, guess who just got moved over to SmackDown that has very much a connection to Andrade? And they weren't ever married together.
Vega.
Selena Vega. Hey, there you go. And we could still potentially get the, Malachi Black showing up at some point.
5 times. The 5th time, the 27th spot wins the Rumble.
Really?
Yep.
Well, that's interesting because the only like kind of recordy stuff I saw coming out of this Rumble was Roxanne had the new official longest time in a Rumble match, which we even both talked about a lot of the women in that Rumbles match. Like it was like 1, 2, 3, 4 of all hour plus. And then Nia, I guess, broke the record for elimination. She eclipsed her own record from 8 to 9.
Yeah, 100%. Sorry, MDB can maybe like this is funny and accurate.
Do y'all realize how stupid you'll sound calling her Charlotte Hogan? Flair is in her name, bro.
Right? Like
facts, 100%. I mean, literally, dirtiest player in the game. The 16-time world champion that John Cena's trying to break the unofficial record of with 17-time champion is Ric Flair, her father. Like, what are we doing out here?
Right. Kevin Owens saying, "Hey, brother, sorry for failing you and the fans. I'm just hurting. Sorry. You got folded, my friend. Hope you're doing okay."
Well, how do you feel as I'm in a commercial? I don't know what you have, sir, but reports conflicting as to who's hurt, what's hurt, anything out of that match. Triple H says nobody's hurt. Jackie Redmond says Cody's out, all of that.
The only person I believe, as far as actual injury, is Triple H. Jackie Redmond paid to tell a narrative. So that's what she's doing. The rest of them are just guessing because they have no clue and they pretend to be reporters. Triple H came out and said nobody was seriously injured at this event, and that's what I believe. He has no reason to not have, he's been pretty transparent in that front. And you want to sell the fact that Kevin Owens, Cody Rhodes are banged up after that match. They should be selling that. So the fact that he's not seriously injured, great. But I'm sure he's got some bumps and bruises that he's, kind of letting heal, as KO pointed out so eloquently, is, he's also feeling some bumps and bruises.
Oh, yeah, that Alabama slam, just goddamn. And I said it on stream, and I know I said it on stream, and a lot of other people have pointed it out, and I want to know how you feel of Cody out there with his little kind of shot looking at KO, of Sami's right beside him, and that's the guy we're supposed to believe is the hero, the babyface right here. Like,
right.
I think we're might be going down a path, my guy.
Right. But Charlotte's got the mic. Charlotte's got center stage. Yeah, both be hurt. Yeah, I completely agree, sir. Absolutely. They shouldn't, we talked about this before. You can't get set on fire and win the match. You got to sit out. If you go through a hellish... What?
I just said Jack Perry. That's all.
Usually booing would bother me, but I missed you. Mixed reaction for Charlotte. This is like the opposite of Jey Uso.
Yeah. This is no eat.
No eat.
No eat on this.
Okay, this is a little interesting. Not getting much reaction, kind of a little healing.
I think she'll hopefully build into it.
That's just kind of how she cuts promos.
Yeah, valid.
It's not a great promo.
Which is surprising. Well, I mean, genetics aren't, talent isn't genetically transferred, but yeah.
Yeah.
All right. On that note,
yeah, and
I'm
again,
gonna take a pause on that HR fucking segue there.
Right. Well, and I mean, Tiffany's getting so much love right now. This makes sense that she comes back with a bit of a heel vibe.
Oh yeah, 100%. She 100%. We've talked about this, and her as Queen Charlotte, uber heel, is going to do nothing but take Tiffany's friend, who is an insufferable spoiled brat, and make her the biggest babyface in the company.
Yeah.
But I will be back, sir, on Tiffy time.
All right, Nick going to get some Tiffy time of his own, folks. Charlotte Flair in the ring, getting some reactions now, getting some boos. Started off a little clunky. Yeah, she had to, but she's better. She's much better as a heel. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, a quick tax return. Quick. Bow down to the queen. Let's go. As she points at the sign. What do you think? What do you think, folks? As this is my brutality. Here comes Rhea. The number one woman in the division, the one at the top of the food chain. Mommy has arrived. Yeah, it's definitely in the genetics. And she doesn't cut a good babyface promo, but she has to kind of lean heel, guys. Like if you look at Rhea Ripley, uber babyface, super over. You look at Tiffany, she's gotten over going against Nia Jax to really make her a babyface. So Charlotte comes in with that attitude. I know you got your opinion and you got to stay PG for the channel, but put Flair with Blanchard as a team. Yeah, you know what? At the end of the day, again, it's not something that just naturally happens. There's a lot to figure out in that situation. And again, it's not even about keeping it PG. It's just wait and see how that plays out. I don't think Tessa, just instantly gets to hang out with the queen. Lot of work to do. Wake me up when this is done. Not far behind you. Idea of Mark Marrow. I don't know if Mark Marrow did enough. I don't know. I'm not clamoring for a Mark Marrow Hall of Fame. The best thing he did was bring Sable. I know Rhea. Yeah, no, it makes sense. We saw it earlier with Gunther. It only makes sense. Now on SmackDown, we do it all over again. You got 2 champions on SmackDown, and they're going to tease that as well. They're going to milk it. They're going to tease it. They're going to make us think about it, folks. Joe Jr., welcome. Look at that. There you go. There you go. You love wrestling. You came to the right place. The Wrestling Utopia. I don't know what I was going to say, but yes. Insert one of the rubber match. I don't mind seeing. Their chemistry is next level. Yeah. I mean, they did cook 4-4-4. So that becomes a question. Is the idea of the payoff between Charlotte and Rhea so tempting? That's the direction you go in because they bang. They absolutely bang. Charlotte Flair giving me Medusa vibes. Yeah, kind of. I get where you're going with that. I see the comparison. Cleveland not liking Charlotte. Not loving it. Not loving it. No. What's up, Larry? How you doing? How you doing? As remember, folks, we are currently at 154 likes on the stream. Let's see if we get that to 200. So if you haven't liked yet, make sure you do so. Flair's large. She is a tall drink of water. Rhea mentioned that she wants to face Flair again. Yeah, absolutely. And again, for anybody, I know mixed reviews about Charlotte. Some of us love her, some of us hate her, some of us are a little bit indifferent. But if you are an up and coming female talent, Charlotte is kind of that measuring stick. And Rhea's had success there before. I believe Butterbean is in the Hall of Fame, but he should be. Maybe that's why he's doing the DDP yoga. Where's Becky's a really good question. This is a little bit bland and boring at this point, guys. But how do they know? Well, Charlotte can go after the injury. Being in a Rumble is different from full-blown match. Again, you trust the therapy. You trust the training. She's been in the gym. She's been on the mats at the Performance Center. They're not blindly setting her up for a WrestleMania without hoping or having some strong belief that she'll physically be able to pull it off. Boiled chicken vibes. Very fair, MDB. It's got a little bit quiet, a little bit bland. Yeah. Rhea's just a kid. I'm indifferent on Charlotte. She always just been here and consistent. I can't hate on that. To me, she's the GOAT. She's the second best women's wrestler ever because nobody will take the spot that I've given to Trish. Haha. This segment sucks. It got a little bland. It started clunky, got better, and then it died down again. It's not a whole lot of woo right now. Now we're getting a little intense between the ladies. Charlotte, Julia, unlikely. Again, big fish. All right. So Rhea has her way, laughs, and is going to walk off. Expand on that, TJ. What is your thought there? Don't let Stephanie wrestle. Yeah, 100%. You got options. You got options there for sure. Do keep in mind, Stephanie could be your North American champion very soon, if not tomorrow. Sami Zayn. He is just a kid. Yeah, that was the big thing that came out of it. It's kind of similar to Jey and Gunther. It just didn't get delivered with as much pop and zeal. I believe it was the same idea of, you might be the champ, but I'm still the queen. She might, just for a hello. It's on the screen. Stephanie Vancouver has to win. Just me, Oos. Come on, you got to give Sami some love. He's going to take an L to Punk tonight. Oh, wait. Sami over. Oh, he's mad at Jey. Remember, there's issues with Sami and Jey. Oh, Sami hugs it out. Don't be mad. It's okay. Hey, we celebrate the good, we point out the bad, and we do our best to be honest and straight up. Oh shit. I deleted someone's comment by accident. And someone's on purpose. As Karrion Kross here with Sami now. I wouldn't trust Sami as at all, Jey. That's an interesting one. I'm kind of leaning with you. Sami was your pick. I love Sami. I've been an advocate of Sami for a long time. It would have been a crazy surprise if he had pulled it off. But now Sami Karrion might have a problem, according to Sami. Now Sami's a great guy to get crossover. Here comes the New Day. Devil on my shoulder. Here comes Sean O'Haire to play. There you go. Let's hope for some Sean O'Haire. The segment between Charlotte and Rhea felt a little weird. Felt a little clunky, didn't it? Felt a little meh. Didn't go great. It might have worked better if you started with Rhea, to be honest. New Day sucks. New Day sucks. I don't even know who they're fighting tonight. So the Lawal versus the New Day continues. This has been ongoing forever in various forms. But there you go. Get your votes in. Who you taking? I believe some people out there just went to commercial break. I got the New Day in the ring right now, folks. Yep, they got new music. Definitely with the heel change. They changed up the music. I'm just convinced Jey Uso is the main eventer. I'm not convinced Jey Uso is a main eventer. Would you are the chat buy a ticket for Jey? I think so. Based on what we saw at Royal Rumble, based on what we saw tonight, based on what we saw other weeks, I mean, do you pay a ticket to be in that pandemonium? If you were there tonight and you were a part of a 13-minute ovation, would you be content? I think so. And I think if you're sitting at home and you're like, wow, that looks cool. Everybody's on their feet. Everyone's on the tip of their toes, screaming and yelling, and it looks like pandemonium. Would you not want to be a part of that? So I say, yeah, I really do. And again, I think it's no different than, an Eddie Guerrero, a Daniel Bryan. At some point, you have to give them that chance. When you see somebody, even like a Mick Foley, where you do Kofi Kingston, when you don't believe that they could be champ, they need to have that opportunity. I think it works. I think he's over his shit. And I'm picking him right now. No matter who he faces at Mania, he wins. Yes. Yeah, right? I don't mind the music. I like it. New Day for the win, 100%. So New Day is doing full Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, never go flip it. I hate the new entrance. Oh, of course. This is funny, right? Funny. I don't know what he said, but he's getting booed hard. I used to like Sami ages ago, more independent. Now that he's tagged along with two others, reestablish yourself. I think Sami does great. I think Sami is a great gatekeeper. I think you have a guy like Kerry and you have other guys that you're trying to get over. Drew McIntyre is a perfect example. Put him in the ring with Sami. Sami will get those guys over. As I believe we are coming out of the commercial break. Cody turning heel. I don't know about that odds. I don't believe it. Even when Nick suggested that Cody might go heel-ish, as we got Booker T, Bully Ray, Mickey James for LFG. Right on. Some big names. But yeah, I don't see Cody going heel. I don't see Cody going heel any way, shape, or form. At this point, Jey is definitely primed to be a main eventer. You can't argue. I mean, again, he's getting such a big reaction. We saw it at Survivor Series. EO in the chamber, folks. That's what I think we get. EO Sky wins the chamber. EO Sky, Rhea Ripley. Let's go. Charlotte Tiffy. I think that's the way we play this. I think that's the way you go. Oh, is Liv jumping EO? I'm still alive, folks. As Raquel dumps Rhea. So don't count Liv out. I'm calling them the midnight hour from now on. It's just we're gonna get a tag match, Rhea Ripley and EO versus Liv and Raquel. Maybe next week. Duke Hudson got released. Oh shit. Okay. I like Duke. Is that true? Yeah, no, just better with age, Frank. Better with age. But here comes Lowo. 57% going. Now the New Day is having trouble picking up wins. Why can't they give her room? Liv sneak attack, absolutely. Raquel attacks Rhea. No, EO's out. Might be. I don't think so, though. Yeah, I'm with you, George. I struggle to see it, right? It's like, perfect example, Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio is going to ride the wheels off of that one. There you go. A couple people reporting. Duke Hudson. Out. There you go. Okay. Chase U is officially dead. I think so. We never did get the follow-up on Andre Chase and who was calling out to him. Confirmed by Meltzer. Let's go. Paul, I'm not even clicking on your comment, but making a fella blush. I'm trying not to cough or anything on this screen tonight, but it's a battle. It's a battle. It happens when you're live 300 days a year. It's hard not to catch a cold and be on it. So I'm trying my best, folks. I hope it's okay. I'm hanging in there. Keep checking, keep checking, hoping for the best. I'm doing okay. You guys will let me know if I have any problems. I see Cody can be flirting with the turning heel, but inevitably sting. I could see him later along this path eventually going heel. I don't feel like Cody will be John Cena-esque and just be babyface forever. I just feel like now is not the time. 2025 will not be the time. I don't see it. I don't. Just because of the marketing behind it. Dragon Lee looking like Lucha Pimp. The whole train. I want to point out something. Demolition and King Kong Bundy are not eligible for the WWE Hall of Fame because they are sued the company for concussion. Yes. Yes. Yes and no. I wonder how that holds up, but we'll see. That might be more of a Vince McMahon gripe than a Triple H gripe. Rhea versus Bianca might be the right fit for... Yeah, but Bianca's kind of out of the mix and kind of dealing with her own thing, right? It could be Bianca. Like, could Bianca get into the chamber, win the chamber, and go on? Yeah, I think so. But I don't know. Hudson to MLW could be a thing. Yeah. Hudson to TNA. This match should cook. We're often running on this match, by the way. The chat taking almost 60%. Slight favorite to the New Day. MDB, nothing but love, buddy. I saw Dragon Lee was going to be the next Mysterio. Now they're putting it to Penta. Penta is better than Dragon Lee, I think, right now. Dragon Lee's still young, I think. So you got time with Dragon Lee. Penta's ahead of the curve. That's all. They keep Andre Chase, but they don't keep Duke Hudson. Yeah, I'm a little surprised. I think there was a lot of upside to Duke. I like Andre Chase too, don't get me wrong, but I like Duke a lot. There you go. KJ needs to bring back the Blackbeard. That guy?
I guess. Well, there you go. But
my Blackbeard.
But what about this with Duke? What now? What did I miss?
Bye Duke Hudson.
What the fuck? What are we? Why? Honestly, I'll say respectfully, I would have let go Andre.
Well, that's the debate.
You can use more with Duke. Duke is Wade Barrett 2.0. Andre Chase, what was he going to do outside of that gimmick? We knew Andre Chase is not even, for everyone that hates about Jey Uso being a upper mid card, all that. Andre Chase was not that even. Duke was that at least.
I think there was a lot of upside to Duke, so it'd be very interesting. But I'm just hearing it from the chat, so very interesting. We'll see what happens. But yeah, little surprised.
I have not heard that beyond that, so I'm going to credit that as a Wrestling Observer Network source. Because, well, you even said we haven't seen the payoff of, hey, Eric or whatever, getting Andre.
Hey! Interesting.
Logan?
He is from Cleveland.
So you know he's a pile of sugar on the iced tea.
Oh, as New Day taking advantage.
Distraction.
Hulk Hogan.
That's so good.
Right.
We need to start making Hulk Hogan shirts. As they do that and then cut to commercial. Why? Oh, why? Like, if you're going to do something like
what's
that.
What's wrong with doing a commercial there?
See it through.
Well, I mean, again, that's the cliffhanger. What's happening? The baby faces are in trouble. We'll be right back. I got Logan Paul going to commentary.
Fair enough. I have commercials. So, again, this is where I get upset because I'm like, why are you just causing this big distraction and then you're not going to, like, in 3 minutes, we're going to pay it off?
Yeah, that's like Logan comes out. You want to know why? That to me is a perfect commercial spot. Like, I don't have an issue.
He was in the match, maybe, but yeah.
What do you mean?
Like the run out interference. Like you have, if this was any other match, somebody runs out, interferes, and then they just stand there.
But that's not happening.
Well, you see that. I don't. If I wasn't watching, like if I didn't have you telling me that, I don't know that.
That's exactly why they went to break there, because you don't know that. You're wondering what's up. And he's not. He just walked out. So you're like, oh, shit, what's this guy up to? You got to wait 3 minutes to find out. I think it's the perfect spot.
I digress. I thought it could have been you have him sit at commentary, if anything, and then you go to there versus he comes out, causes the distraction. All that.
There's no point watching him walk. Like, if he just walks out to commentary, you didn't miss anything. Like, I mean, you're going to delay a commercial to watch him walk another 40 feet? That doesn't make any sense. Right? Like, I want to see
Logan Paul, okay?
I assumed he was going to commentary. That's funny as shit. He's not even doing commentary, just standing by the table making faces.
Oh, that's even worse. I thought he would have at least sat down and everything, and like you would have had him out there of, yeah, I would have smacked around Ray here, blah, 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 blah. Just be a prick that he is.
All right. The crowd chanting, Logan sucks. I saw Logan decided to make dinner. Why'd Logan make you hungry?
Huh?
Right.
I'm getting a blood sport commercial. I don't know what you have, sir.
I have Woods,
sorry.
I have Woods stomping the hell out of Dragon Lee. They have ripped his tail off as well.
Oh no, a dragon can never fight without their tail. You mentioned it while I was on a pause, but I don't get this whole one-to-one comparable with Dragon Lee and Penta. Like, if one gets pushed, the other can't type of shit.
Well, I understand why there's the comparable, the younger upcoming Lucha. Then all of a sudden Penta shows up and he's the Lucha era parent. I get that part. But that's it. Like, people forget, like you said, they both can have successful careers. They both can get pushed in separate ways. Dragon Lee, I believe, is younger than Penta. So Penta's kind of a now guy. Dragon Lee is a tomorrow guy.
Yeah. Well, just because someone is successful doesn't mean that other people can't. Like, that's again, I feel like I'm halfway just with the vitamins getting philosophical out here.
What, you mean you can't have two luchas pushed at the same time?
Oh no, who would have ever thought that? Because you
can't have two good luchas.
They're never two luchas. They're like magnets. They're like having the nuclear codes there. You can't have two luchas over too close together, otherwise the world might explode.
Right.
It's just sometimes realistically, if people that are so super critical and like to tweet about it, I'll put it that way, because it's most of the people that like to tweet about it, really sat back and thought about what they were saying compared to how they feel about other things, they'd realize how much they contradict themselves. But
well, that's part of the problem is a lot of times it's just the generalization. This sucks with no thought behind it, or it's not my fave, therefore it can't be good. It's a really narrow-minded. I mean, again, I've met people that, their brand of music is the only good music, when really, like, there's a lot of great music. Open your mind, open your experience. Variety is the spice of life. Don't be so close-minded.
It is, and this might be a interesting topic, but is wrestling fandom the only spot to where, like, you get more attention for being negative than being positive? Like, I feel like that's Dragon Lee with a falling out, set out powerbomb on Xavier Woods. But I feel like you get more, like, people almost intentionally try and be negative and be like angry, spiteful, just dislike stuff because they somehow think it'll get them more attention that way.
Right. Oh, big clothesline by Ray. Get the hot tag.
Ronald being all sorts of mysterious, dressed like a bowl of Fruity Loops, Fruity Pebbles in milk is Ronald Mysterious's attire here.
People emphatically answering your query, which hit. But yeah.
It's yes. I will. By the way, yeah, but everyone that's losing their mind over the Luke of getting Mavericks trade, yeah, that's insane. Oh, dial it up to 619.
Oh, Xavier with the save.
Well, with MDB saying no, that's every industry negativity sells. Well, yeah, there's that engagement farm and everything.
Oh, Ray Logan.
Logan runs his head. Absolutely, Ray. Never let a man son you like that. Yeah, you're enough to be this man's grandfather. Never let a man son you like that.
Right? Oh. Ray on fire, not taking shit from nobody. Looking like a little Jackie Chan out there. Fucking everybody up.
Is Ronald Mysterious the Jackie Chan of wrestling? He does all his own stunts.
He does his own stunts, yeah, 100%. Oh, Logan! Oh, right on his belly.
Hey, I don't mind this if we're setting up Logan Ronald at Mania, maybe Chamber.
Maybe Chamber. I'm a little surprised, but I'm okay to see where this goes.
I don't mind this. What Trouble in Paradise is Kofi gets the 1, 2, 3. I don't mind doing this stuff with Logan. Like,
right.
Some of the maddest I've gotten and really disinterested with wrestling was when Logan was in the final 3, respectfully, of the fact that he could have won it. Like, just no, I can't have that. Get away from here.
I thought he might actually pull it off. I was like, holy shit.
You thought people were mad if Jey Uso won it. If Logan Paul won that,
right?
The world's gonna burn.
Right.
We would have had all the Prime sponsorships and everything. We would have had the Prime Championship.
Oh,
Son of a bitch.
Oh, just make people sick to their stomach.
I'm already sick to my stomach. You're already sick too. Neither one of us needs to be sicker.
Right. That's really Nick.
Yeah, so next Monday, qualifying match, Ronald Mysterious, who's an 86 in 2K25, and Logan Paul, who's a 90. Anyone out there paying attention to these, like the Madden ratings?
Right.
Yeah, but there's real heat and go away heat. That would have been
that's real heat. That's not go away at all, bro. That is the heat that you're dying. Like that is nuclear heat. That is him as a number 1 contender, him as a big name going against like a John Cena, him as anywhere near the title. That is genuine.
Do you give Cena one more moment where he's the uber babyface, and you give say Cena wins it at Mania, Logan challenges him at SummerSlam for the title, and you give that moment you get nuclear heat on Logan, like you said, and Cena's the biggest babyface ever again.
Quite possible. That's why I like that pairing. And I mean, from a marketing standpoint, from a put it out there into the universe standpoint, there's not many matchups that that draw that many eyes. That is one of the biggest matchups you could book as far as getting people to pay attention.
Right.
Because we were getting a replay of Roman getting popped like a pimple.
Yeah, so we got to get the update. And it's crazy to me that a moment that happened outside the ring at a Rumble from men that were eliminated has mattered so much. That tells you how over everybody is.
Yeah, and I mean, again, we've seen them use moments and eliminations and such in Rumbles past the build, and this is no different. And I think it was good. Roman gets pancaked, but he doesn't get pancaked by Punk. He gets pancaked by Seth. So, I mean, again, lots of animosity, lots of heat, and again, a lot of history between all 3 of these guys is very interesting as they're going to share a medical update.
Yeah, he'll be out for the foreseeable future. So, long story short, they just told us TBD.
Right. We'll see you in 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's it. As now we've got Punk backstage, but that's almost like a moneymaker in itself of Seth Roman, because that's a wound that's almost a decade in the making.
Oh, yeah. Again, lots of history, lots of, things. I mean, even when it came to Survivor Series, Seth wanted nothing to do with it. There's history. There's old and new blood with this one. I'm all for it, as we do have CM Punk on the screen, folks.
Right. RM saying out for the foreseeable future equals missing Chamber.
Sorry, Toronto.
Maybe. Fuck. Punk saying maybe I put too much pressure on myself in the Rumble.
But he's won a Chamber before. He'll do it again.
Right?
So I do think Cena wins the Chamber. But Punk being in the Chamber, as we go back to Royal Rumble.
We're opening WWE packs.
CM Punk autograph.
Michael Cole pulling a CM Punk autograph. They're hyping this up like this man pulled a fucking rare Charizard out here.
Right.
Well, WWE's gone back to having that deal with Tops, and this is very much how they're going to amp that relationship up. Of now, you've got the little title placard for CM Punk versus Sami Zayn, and you're using their Tops cards. You're using the autograph Punk card and the Sami card.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Smart. As we are getting the qualifier up next, Liv Morgan, Io Sky. Io banged up for the altercation earlier. This shall be very interesting on who gets into the chamber.
Who you got? Who you got for that one? I got Io. I think it's clearly Io. I think Io's going to have a match at Mania, so I think it's Io. I think Io wins the chamber.
I agree with you, but for the sake of fun tonight, I'll pick Liv just to see what's up.
316 now. If he really didn't like me before, now he definitely likes you now.
Right? As we got Otis and the rest of Alpha Academy with Jackie Redmond during the commercial break, folks. The night rolls on. Don't forget, we are back tomorrow for NXT. It's going to be a fun one, jam-packed night. We will see how this helps build up for Vengeance Day. We will be live for Vengeance Day in 2 weeks, but lots going on. And of course, this Sunday, our annual Super Bowl party, where Nick and I will bring our snacks, bring our feel good, and be ready for all the fun for the Super Bowl. So join us, be a friend, tell a friend. We got members only coming up. The Wing Show returns on Thursday with a whole new batch of hot sauce. As we up the stakes, we up the heat, and we are ready to get cooking on Thursday.
Yeah, we had to go international to raise the stakes here. We're going, we got bros and shows in different area codes.
A-Town down here, by the way, just called Tozawa Timon and Pumbaa, which is so perfect.
Yeah, but these are two guys that are about to get smashed by Obafemi at Vengeance Day. You were talking about NXT. We're going to get Trick Williams and Oba teaming together, but how will they coexist versus Waller and Austin Theory, to where the crowd's even chanting, "Turn on Grayson, turn on Grayson."
It'd be interesting. I got a vibe that maybe they're moving over to Raw after this little NXT thing. They're going to use them to put over, but I got Io Sky coming out now.
Fair enough. I still have commercials, and yes, Timon and Pumbaa does fit.
Oh, so good.
When I was a young warthog, I can see Otis doing that for sure.
Are you aching for some bacon? Yup.
He's a big pig. Yup. Oh, you ain't kid. Yup. For some kid. Yup. He could be a big pig too. Oi!
Io for the win. I guess I'll put a poll up and see how
my friends never stood downwind. And oh, the shame for changing my name.
Oh, look what we did.
Yeah, see, you're gonna spark the musical theater child in me.
Right.
Pause. Big pause on that. Yeah.
All right, Liv or Io, who you got? Who's going to the chamber? Who will be the first official chamber entrant outside of John Cena in 2025, or at least for the women anyway?
It's so funny to me because if they weren't doing this match, I could see them both in the chamber. Like, that's the thing. Yeah. It's like, I feel Io in there, and I don't know, like, maybe Liv, like, I don't know who else. Like, everybody else is very much a wild card.
Stoner, we love it. Again, just come in and hang out with the boys. We'll shoot the shit. We'll have some laughs. We'll have a good time. It's going to be a good one.
Right? We're out here. We're covering all the wrestling, and we're just bringing the wrestling to the football out there.
Right. MDB, fuck you. Ha, 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 ha.
There ain't nothing wrong with a little bump and grind.
That's enough out of you, sir. Io Sky, woo, let's go.
Now that you said there's enough out of me, my brain flooded with like song things that I'm gonna segue to. But anyways, move on.
KJ Big Nick, are you planning a contest for? We'll keep you posted, Christian. Maybe we'll come up with something we could do.
Yeah, we gotta see. We gotta still sort out. We got double champions right now. We gotta sort out how we're gonna do that here. So yeah,
right. As we go to the replay of I Show Speed.
Now, I had somebody throw this out there. I saw it floating around. We've got the speed title. That's all Twitter and everything in WWE. Bad Bunny's been 24/7 champion. What if I Show Speed just so happened to hold the Speed title for a day? I Show Speed shows up on a stream with a Speed title, and I know that sounds a little bit like she sells by the seashore.
But sorry,
that's a way to get over. Sorry,
they're literally showing this from multiple angles. The spear from Braun Breaker on I Show Speed, multiple angles, 300 million views, and that's why they did it.
Royal Rumble social post of all time, 300 million views, more than.
Right? Like, let's be real, folks. Like, I know people out there, I can't believe they look, that's why they did it.
Yeah, because everyone's watching it in freeze frame, trying to find the exact moment his soul left his body.
Right.
I saw some people that said they saw his soul leave his body and re-enter his body. Boss.
This is interesting.
I feel like I want to cheer more for Lyra, because she is talented and everything, and I feel like we've been a little bit of almost bullying of keep calling her Bird Lady, because she is talented as shit and everything, and she is the first ever women's IC champion, and now
I've been a big
so they're hyping up her and Bailey as a qualifier. I thought that wouldn't be even a bad show though for me, just for the title as itself of Bailey versus her.
No, I like it as a qualifier, and again, hyping it up, and again, I've been a big advocate of the Bird Lady. I think she's great.
She's talented in the ring. I just like, for every bit that I want to like her, there's just so much that pulls the other way. I'm like, hey. Shout out Bailey, though, by the way, also admitting, so what if I might have, put on a little bit and it might have all gone to my posterior? You can deal with that. Lyra gives me very big Paige in WWE vibes a little bit. Like, I don't know, like, I want to like her. I just wish there was more depth of character.
Because she's
surface level at best.
No, I mean, I just don't think she's not the most naturally outgoing person. So she's
there's no flavor. I understand you should be a delicate dish and a tasty dish, but there's no flavor.
Right, but she's young, and again, I think the one saving grace with her is between the bells, she's phenomenal. She's strong.
Oh, she's one of the best actually in the division. Like, that's the thing.
So I mean, there's a part of me that is hoping that with time, with maturity, she kind of comes into her own a little more, right? But we got Liv and Raquel here.
Do you think they're kind of leaning more? Well, I mean, it was already a bit established, but especially now with them going for the tag belts, we're leaning more towards this is Shawn and Nash and everything. This Shawn and Diesel a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, again, that kind of writes itself and is sitting there for the future.
Yeah. And so they're even showing the stats from EO and Liv of they entered 1 and 2 and both went over an hour. Like, that's insane. That's to me why I said both Rumble matches were booked and built differently. You had multiple people go over an hour. In the women's match, Penta either went 5 minutes or 45 minutes, depending on who you ask.
As we are off and running in this one right now, folks. Both ladies on the outside, 80% of the chat taking EO Sky. Makes a lot of sense.
You know what's going to probably happen? EO's going to win this match. Liv's going to win the last entrant, kind of the multi-person last qualifier match.
That maybe. Yeah. Or they're pushing her and Raquel towards tag titles. So she loses this one. She's mad about it, but they parlay that into they're going, let's just go after some tag team gold right now.
Fair. I the only thing that makes me like hesitant to cement anything with the women's tag titles is Jade Cargill. Like, that story is still hanging. So yeah,
you're not wrong.
You have your tag champs ripped away in a minute. Sorry.
2. No, 100%. I mean, again, the valid point for sure. As Liv all over EO right now.
Stoner Jesus, may the blunt be with you, asking, who is this speed guy? I'm absolutely serious. Please, someone, absolutely anyone tell me. He is a prominent Twitch streamer. He's more of like doesn't stream anything specifically, just more streams his existence. A little bit like Kai Cenat to an extent of they're very much same circle. Exactly too as well, but he was also the guy that was out there in the prime bottle at WrestleMania 40 with Logan's match and took the RKO from Randy on the table. So if I can't sell you on one end, I can bring it back still to the rest of them. He's at least been around before.
Yeah. I feel the same way, Chair. I think we're watching this all disintegrate. So yeah, you got a lot of, they keep finding reasons to be mad at each other, disappointed in failures. They're on the verge of saying goodbye to each other.
At this point, Finn and Dom are the only two OG members left.
Pretty much, and JD on the shelf, right?
Yeah.
Alexa Bliss will cost Io Sky this match, and that will lead to the match of 41. We'll see.
Ooh. That's what I didn't have on my bingo card, but I don't see it. I see it the other way of Bliss cost Liv.
Right.
Do we see Bliss tonight?
That's the question. Do you see Bliss tonight? Is it something that, is she in the chamber? Is she going to try and qualify? Where does that stand?
Tope Connie O.
Connie Io worked really well, actually.
Yeah. She just takes out Liv, and we go to commercial break, and she hypes up there. But yeah, even again, what really worked, and I think why Royal Rumble 2025 to me is top 3, top 4, top 5 at minimum Royal Rumbles of all time. Bell to bell, show to show, ticker to tape, and everything like that. Because you had moments in the Women's Rumble, like you get Io and Julia eye to eye and everything. Little teases like that. You have the little standoff of Cena, Roman, Seth, Punk, all of that. You have, you go back to, like you said, with the NXT women squaring off with the vets and everything like that. You have moments within moments, and that ran throughout the show.
No, absolutely. I thought it was extremely well done. But Liv Morgan actually stretching out Io right now over the ropes.
You're like our secret agent spy. You get everything. I had a Navy commercial literally as you were talking about, Liv Morgan stretching out. I was like, huh?
This two count Io fighting, stay in it. Yeah, this was really interesting news today. I don't know. Did you see this going around?
I saw this. I love this.
I like it.
I wish so much. That's one of my biggest what ifs is if Bray, Karrion's alleged being involved with it, but we know for a fact it was going to be Bray and the Righteous. That was something special. Right. And seeing the Righteous now, and you get a guy like Elias, Ezekiel, all of that. I really wish they were used on AEW versus Ring of Honor.
My only concern is he's signing to be with the Righteous, which have been all but meaningless in AEW. So that's my only concern. I like this move. If you know anything about Elias in his personal life, you'll know that this is right in line. Like, this works. He very close to this kind of vibe in real life. It all fits. But they got to use him, or it doesn't matter. Who gives a shit?
Oh, you're saying this man out there catching fire. But I would have really liked if you what I guess the Death Riders, Moxley and Co. is trying to be realistically in lines the most with the Righteous to an extent, and that would have been a really sick pairing I feel to an extent of. You have all the baddies, all the dark guys, all the heels, everything in one group versus when you do it with Jericho. Yeah, I just wish the Righteous were it's a cool move, but I wish the Righteous were actually used more.
Well, that's the thing.
They're one of your best tag teams, and they're sitting there collecting dust.
Well, I mean, again, I think they're a part of a long list of teams that really bring something to the table. And I don't know if we'll ever see them. I really don't. But we're back to the action. Liv with going for the three amigos.
What is a Caucasian woman who orders her taco dish in Spanish at a Mexican restaurant with Liv hitting the three amigos?
Oh, up and over.
Oh, she just a bit outside.
Big knee by Io. Vince has always used bootleg WWE gimmicks like Orton, Hardy, and Bray. Looks like I'm a big fan of Vincent going all the way back to the OG Kingdom in Ring of Honor. I thought he did really well. I feel like he's found his own track in between some of the names that you mentioned. And he's another one of those guys. That snap along really gets the crowd going.
But it is its own thing, but feels close enough to a lot of other things that it works just right. It scratches the right itch and everything. And like I said, him and Dutch, like that alone, when they were a tag team, I thought should have been used more. And now you add Elias, who we've seen is a talent onto his own.
Right.
This man never had to take a bump in his life.
Oh, Io flips up. Had a bit of a moment there. Back to her feet.
Right.
And she comes.
Oh, roll through. Oh, roll through and a stomp.
Right to the gut.
Right to the baby maker. 1, 2, dos amigos. But we saw Elias, Ezekiel, that man never had to take a bump in his life. He could sit there and come out, pretend to play the guitar, cut a promo, and it was over like Rover. Like, right. To have that, like those three together should be a license to print money. But I feel like you're going to have a warning scratch-off ticket sitting on the bench.
Right. But we got a crossface by Io. Oh, big kick.
Oh. It is still crazy to me. Well, not crazy, but it's interesting of how popping up Raquel caused the distraction. But Io was kind of the favorite, like a Punk, what have you, to win the women's rumble.
In a lot of ways,
no one's going to bat that she didn't win it.
No, I mean, again, you people are either going to like Charlotte winning it or not, and that's how we're going to go. But hooked on, big chest. Take that.
That would have been a hell of a powerbomb, but then just the boot was just one of the fucking toes standing the vocal cords. No.
Jeff Jarrett versus Elias, the tar on a pole match. There you go.
There you go.
Io going back up on the apron.
Do it.
Big moonsault.
Both women out here.
They're getting lots of time and having a really good match. That's what I like about this.
Yeah, well, wasn't it another company that their collective, their average women's match time was under 10 minutes?
8 minutes and like 4 seconds, I think it was.
Yeah.
The 8-minute range.
And hadn't moved in a year, like was almost dead on with the same number last year.
Oh!
Yeah! And Io with the salmon cell.
Dos.
Dos amigos, dos.
Comes in waves, Richard. Comes in waves.
By the way, Liv Morgan ugly cries like every drunk sorority chick at any bar ever.
Right? I think she's bleeding a little bit from the mouth.
That's just her makeup running. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be.
I don't wear it, so I don't know.
Again, this is awesome, chance.
Again, it's not a bad match. how do you feel of with the This Is Awesome? I feel like This Is Awesome has kind of become commonplace more than what it was.
Oh,
Oh, Meteora.
this is over. Let's go. Oh, Raquel back up.
EOS moves. Oh.
Go away.
She just shook her away with just, you go away now. Nay, nay. She didn't hit her.
Oh,
She didn't...
knees up.
Oh. Suplex.
Wow. Good match. Good match.
I still find that Magneto shit there funny.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Rhea Ripley.
No.
So Liv's in trouble. Liv's in trouble.
Yeah, but Rhea, I think you might be helping who's going to be challenging you. Disqualification. So Liv's going to win by disqualification. So this is where you said, you might have actually said it earlier, of you do the same thing, just the reverse way of now you got Io pissed at Rhea.
Yeah.
Of you cost me, bitch. Like I had it all set to win, and you couldn't leave well enough alone.
I backslid into that one. That's excellent now. But like you said, like the anger between Liv and Rhea keep going, but right now Liv laughing her way to the next round.
Yeah, Io keeps having Rhea just in my targets here. Yeah, I got you in the crosshairs this whole time.
This is we're fine.
The
shot of Liv smiling with blood in her mouth was pure gold. Yeah, good. Again, she did look to have some blood in her mouth, but look, Io pissed off.
Yeah, saying, "What are you doing? I had it."
Rhea responds
I'm
with,
sorry.
What? Oh, Io's not happy.
When you had the moments where they both hold the title up and everything, like this is slow playing. This is simmer saute.
Folks, what is wrong with this ending? Help me understand what you are struggling with and why that ending was perfect. By the way, this visual gives me all types of national chubbiness.
Oh, Canada, our home and bird lady.
Let's go. Pumped. Rey Mysterio.
Oh, yeah, they're going hard with the Canadian. Yeah.
I just want to,
like you said, though, show your work. Don't just sit there and say, "Oh, this booking is terrible." Explain. Right. We do it. We do it in more syllables than all y'all. Like, right. Explain at least a little bit beyond just terrible booking. Like, no,
great booking.
Literally, you and I both said the same thing of the opposite coin. Like, you called heads, I called tails, and it worked out the same way. Like, either way is good.
National Trivia says we're with the Viking Raiders, if anyone's curious. No, I mean, again, like you said, like Rhea gets involved because of the issue that stands. We saw what Raquel did to her earlier. It's a tale as old as time. She comes out for a little bit of revenge, gets her nose stuck in a place where it doesn't belong, and pisses off the other one. So now Io's pissed off, and when Io turns her back around, and like you said, we're probably going to have one of those last chance qualifiers. Well, we're setting up American Made and Vikings.
Run through this world all alone. I only got so many characters in chat. Well, you got a super chat. If you got something you got to get off your chest, you getting paid for them characters. I get it. Yeah. But even Damien, leader of the Hopium tribe out there, poor booking. How? I'm befuddled.
Yeah, not poor booking. No. Again, you build. And Liv Morgan gets to advance into the skeeviest, slimiest of ways. That's what heels do. There's nothing wrong with how they booked that. That was a great match. The fans chanted, "This is awesome," whether it was warranted or not. But a really strong match. And again, Io doesn't eat a pinfall, doesn't look weak. Liv getting to be a slimy heel as always, smiling and running away. And here we are. Now Io's got a legit reason to want to kick fucking Rhea in the mouth.
Yeah, you pointed out, and it slid into the perfectest of perfect scenarios there of Liv slides in through no vindication of her own, no fault of her own, and everything like that. Earns a spot in there. Io will probably still earn a spot in there, and very much is super vindicated as why I'm mad at Rhea as Seth Franklin Rollins.
Seth Rollins in the house. What the took Jeff Jarrett's wardrobe for the night.
Oh, I'm gonna take my hoe to the old town road and run right till I can't no more.
Funny shit.
Oh. Yeah, he watched Chappelle Roan at the Grammys doing Pink Pony Club, and he's like, I'll be the black pony club.
Right. Evolve will be on Tubi. So Evolve is a weekly show dedicated to independent talent, ID talent, NIL talent, other performance center talent to get an opportunity to be on TV. Should be really fun. I think they're trying to create that old black gold vibe with this, but I'm looking forward to it. Should be very interesting.
Yeah, well, I believe somebody asked at one point if we were going to be doing reactions and streams and everything to it. I think we'll see how it fits into the schedule.
Yeah, guys, it's a C tier show. As much as we love covering all the wrestling, there's other wrestling going on at that time. So it's
if it clamors for it, or it might be in a background station. But yeah,
right, maybe one day.
I just think it's very interesting that WWE has, as I'm in commercial, I don't know what you have as
I have Seth,
but how WWE has surprisingly across like almost multiple networks of just they've taken over cable television right now of like it feels like a solid chunk of cable television has WWE programming at this point.
Right.
In some aspect. Where you can watch it from YouTube to free TV to Peacock to Netflix. You can watch it this way and that way, and some ways to Sunday.
Right. Streaming globally. So yeah, we just got Seth walking around, shaking hands and kissing babies.
Well, that's better than shaking babies and kissing hands.
Right. What's up, Anthony? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? You ready to defend that wing championship this week or what?
Right.
Some bacon jalapeno sauce going on this chicken this time. We have mango pineapple ghost pepper sitting at 625,000 Scoville. So we're gonna be a little eager not to mess this one up. I caught it.
I don't know, because my ignorance was a little bit like these sound tasty, even though it's like sticking your fucking tongue on an electric wire. Right. Like I like to lick the live wire, and it's like it sounds delicious.
Oh yeah, right. Like there's bacon jalapeno.
Whiskey jalapeno sounds pretty fucking tempting, and it's like I know this is about to make me regret my life choices for the next like 3 days, but it sounds delicious.
Shout out to Thoughtfully. Hashtag not sponsored Thoughtfully. But
yeah, let's change that Thoughtfully.
Where are you, Thoughtfully? But yeah, we're looking forward to upping the sauce, upping the challenge. So you've seen us do a few rounds. Yeah, I thought we'd just make it a little bit hotter and you guys can enjoy it. You show up, and if you want to play along at home, it's always a fun time, especially when you all start misdirecting the judges.
Yeah, I've been a victim of that a few times.
Right.
Yeah, just when they thought they had the answers, we changed the questions, my guy.
Yeah. All these streamers need content, and the WWE is a content machine. They're insane, right? We got kickoff shows, pre-shows, shows, extra shows, other shows. Again, I mean, one day, doing it full time. I want to cover all the fucking shows, even if we have to do it replays. But yeah, I mean, again, they are an absolute monster.
Oh yeah, well, twofold, I guess, to what you said. Of 100% would love to this be the job versus a job. And when it comes to WWE, they're the NFL of pro wrestling a little bit. So they have all the things, everything. If there's a way for them to get content out of the squeeze a drop of juice out of something, they will find a way to do it.
And that's what they're doing as well with the Logan Pauls, with the iShow speeds, with, I mean, you touched on it. Like, it's just clicks. 300 million clicks in 24 hours. That's insane. MJF versus Jarrett, Karen on a pole match. Ugh. The trick is how do you get her off the pole? Thank you, Spaz.
Kurt couldn't figure it out, and he's an Olympic gold medalist. Speaking of bald men, I have Adam Pearce backstage right now. And there goes the bald man. But Police Academy is a classic. MDF, yeah, we got that one. Oh, where was it? Can Christopher Cox? Come on, Nick.
Hey, the newest member of the Raw roster, folks. AJ Styles.
Hey.
And Braun Breaker not happy about it.
I must break him. Hey, AJ Styles, Braun Breaker is not a bad match.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I'm still surprised we got AJ this fast. I mean, man had Liz Frank that some people thought was he's out a year min.
Yeah, well, again, not amateur doctors apparently. So yeah, no, he's back, and again, I think it's gonna be funny. I'm gonna wrestle a kid for the IC title. Then I also wrestled his father.
Yeah. And I'm probably going to go in on the TNA Hall of Fame this year, too.
I hope so.
And wait, so you mean I can't buy medical scrubs from Amazon and declare myself a doctor? A medical physician?
Styles versus Punk. Interesting. Gallows
could happen, will not happen. Whoa. Can you handle the hate sweepstakes?
Oh, okay.
Hot and spicy fire walk. So they're doing spicy ramen of Seth and Liv. Gee, I wonder where. But yeah,
right.
Fuck off, Fortnite OG. No one, I've never wanted to ever play that game, but I digress.
Seth saying he's back. I think Anderson.
Cooper?
Anderson got hurt, or Gallows got hurt, and they've been on the shelf. But I think one of them was injured.
Well, I think they've traded it. I think last I knew, Carl's out for a bit. Like that was right. Around
the last one.
Rumble. What the conversation was, Carl was out for a bit. Like it's so weird with them. Like they are very much like, I'll say this respectfully, they're the Scott Hall and Kevin Nash of WWE, and that they managed to show up, kind of do a little bit of fuck and all, and then proceed to make a lot of money.
Right. They're yeeting Seth, by the way.
100% dressed like he's from the future. Yeah,
right.
Seth, how much do cowboy clothes cost in the Matrix?
Right.
This man looks like he has a fucking Tesla set of sunglasses.
Seth being more serious. Seth being Seth, Paul. What do you expect him to show up to be slightly different? Like he's still saying his piece, but it's Seth being Seth. Save a horse, ride a Sethy.
Yeah, I still feel like the message gets muted and diminished a little bit because you kind of look like Vogue, strike a pose.
Yeah. So he's talking about Punk losing the Rumble. Word going around is Duke. Yeah, a couple of people. I haven't seen the actual report yet, 444. But yeah, it looks like Duke Wellington is no longer with the WWE.
I will check that as best I try and can, as Seth's out here cutting the promos.
Now Seth talking about Logan Paul being an idiot.
Pot meat kettle. It's funny how he's wearing black, so I mean it fits already right there. Yeah.
OTC chance.
Yeah, so literally second tweet that I had up, and again, we've said it, don't fully trust the dirt sheets, but SRS Duke Hudson was released by WWE in January. And we're finding out about it now, and Andre Chase, I'm sorry, but you should have switched places with Duke Hudson with that one.
Maybe, yeah.
No, maybe. Like Duke Hudson was good beyond that. Duke Hudson settled to be in Chase U.
Right. Well, it's rare that we get a one-off unless there was extenuating circumstances. So I don't know. Like, I'd be very curious to see what the story is, because if it's a round of releases, Duke won't be the only one, unless there was some, like, maybe they didn't re-sign him, whatever it is. I'm curious.
You watch, he's gonna show up tomorrow on NXT, and everyone go for yourself.
Right? Shocked to beat Oba Femi in 3 seconds and shocked the world.
Don't you say that? Like, I at least said showed up. You took it too far.
Come out and hit his finisher and end it real quick.
Right?
Okay, this Seth talking and not really doing much for me.
Yeah, one of the CMT awards is this shit. Like,
Punk Red.
All right, we get it. Save a horse, ride a cowboy. Move the fuck on. Like a rhinestone cowboy. Like, I how many country songs do I need to sing before this man will shut up and get to a point? It hurts me.
All right, get somewhere with this.
Right. Get to being mad at Roman. Get into be mad at Punk. Get to a fucking point here.
Yeah, it's funny. I defended him at first from Paul, but Paul might be right. Get a little more serious here, bro. Be a little more, like, it's a very raw fucking pep rally speech.
Even when he was going at Punk and everything, even the attire and everything switched a wee bit more serious, and now we've switched back more towards the clownish and the Kanye's and the Vogue strike a pose. Like, bro, it didn't work for your wife. It ain't working for you.
Well, Paul,
Sami Zayn come out here. Out of all the people, you fucking Mario double stop Roman Reigns and everything, and the guy you're calling out is Sami Zayn.
What's wrong with that? Call out Sami. I got no issue with him calling out Sami.
But why? Why? Explain to me why.
They had an issue at the Rumble, did they not? Like, did they not bump into each other?
Well, no, they had an issue before the Rumble.
Plus, they've had this side story with Sami and Seth for quite a while now, where he's, the whole back and forth with the bloodline. I got no issue with this being Sami.
Is he going to amp up Sami of saying you need? This just looks so goofy with Seth. But is this?
Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, I think it's more of the lead-in hurts this part, but like, are they going to get to where Seth's like, you need to beat Punk? He's a detriment. Seth's going to sell Sami on why he needs to destroy Punk. Like, what are we doing?
Right. I kind of agree with you, Boston. Just dig in. As he starts a Sami chant.
Well, we got that Seth at least has tinges and tones of a heel. That's one thing. It's just, even a heel at least gets to a fucking point at some point.
Right. I wish he would have brought Sami out quicker.
Yeah, he's been going in a lot of circles with this. I don't know if it's just they're having him move around and not like say enough to where he's not fully a heel and not fully a face.
I think it's organically happening.
It's circling the drain more than anything with that.
Well, I feel like it's organically happening just because of the plethora of baby faces, right? Like, he's kind of in a no-win situation. Everybody can't be the good guy.
No, that's not a good example, because Braun hit that fucking chord and hit it running. Of being where Braun Breaker to where he can go from being a babyface to a heel. I feel a little bit on a whim, depending on who he's booked against, is what I was saying.
I don't know how Braun Breaker tied into Seth.
Because you were saying about how Seth needed to kind of mosey around and dance around this whole conversation of being babyface and heel, unless I somehow misheard you.
You misheard me for sure. because he's up against the Samis, the Punks, that the fans are naturally kind of not loving everything he says. Sami wins tonight. Yeah, very much so.
Yeah, but so we can lean into that. Like, that's the thing is, I guess that's the Braun comparable of not every time is Braun getting cheered, but he can lean either way.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I would put.
Well, either way, I'm just saying, Seth should be able
Seth
to lean either way.
Yeah, I mean, Seth, I mean, magically well ahead of Braun Breaker.
Well, but
CM Punk. Larry, there was no Lashley, bro.
What?
He was just asking about the Rumble and if there was Lashley. I think he's
asking. Why would there be?
He's not here.
He doesn't work here, bro.
Right. This is long, and what is happening? Just pumping him up for his match. That was a really time killer. His Punk will be out next.
No, that did not do anything that they thought it would. Or anything at all, honestly. Like, that was just... Hey.
Oh, I like it.
This is... If this all built to this is a bit crazy, but yeah. So we wasted 15 minutes to get Seth and Punk stare down for the 15th time.
It's more about Seth's. Look, here he goes. Look. Oh.
It's amazing how in 10 seconds he got a lot more serious than he did in almost fucking 15 minutes.
Punk brings it out in him. What can I say?
But it should have been there.
But I guess the idea is that Seth is not done in the mix. Seth and Punk still have issues. He doesn't much care for Roman, and he really wants Sami to beat Punk just because he hates Punk. And Punk's winning.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Right. But up next, folks, your main event, CM Punk, Sami Zayn. Who you got? Who you taking? As heavy favorite, but that's it to be expected. I believe a lot of people just went to commercial break. I got Punk getting in the ring. Seth is a narcissist.
Right. Is it official? The main event? Well, I know it's the last thing they've had announced of. I just felt like going into tonight with everything from the Rumble, I was like, this is gonna be one of them 3-hour Raws easily.
I mean, maybe. I think if we're aiming for that 2.5 hour mark, this match takes us right there. So I don't think there's anything else.
Oh, I'm not opposed to it. I just thought that they had a lot to come out of Royal Rumble with. So yeah.
And I think they touched on just about most of everything that was key that stands out. Charlotte comes out, addresses. She'll be there on Friday doing the same thing for that champion. Jey Uso opens the show. Now, I mean, that went for 13 minutes before he even spoke. So, yeah, I mean, I do think, I mean, and right into these Elimination Chamber qualifiers, I think they're good. I mean, I can't, yeah, I think we got plenty.
Who wore it better, Seth or Trish?
Trish.
Oh, what? Am I the only one that even watching the replay of her entrance, you heard like the giggle, but you didn't hear ever like the, oh, it's time to rock and roll, like the big moments that lets you know it's Trish there?
No, I thought we did. No.
Fair enough. Well, I must be deaf, but yeah, no, I didn't hear.
I don't know. I thought we got it. Maybe I'm wrong.
You just played it in your own head. You're like, I know this soundtrack well enough.
What belongs there, right? Seth, CM Punk getting introduced. Seth versus Rollins at Mania just make more sense at this point. Seth Rollins
fight himself.
It's an interesting battle.
Yeah, it's a battle within oneself. Everyone tries to do that daily. It's a battle within oneself. Sorry, I know what you were trying to say, but you said Seth and Rollins, so I had to.
Yeah, I feel like Punk and Rollins is definitely, something that I said when they fought last time. It wasn't going to be the last time. So does it lead into something at Chamber? Are they both in the Chamber, which leads to something at Mania? And again, how stringent, like we all assume Punk's getting his WrestleMania main event. He's waited so long. Maybe he's just at a point of like, I'm happy to, like, I'll fight Seth third on the card. I don't care.
I will say this. I love that I can come up with 10 guesses, 10 educated guesses, 10 watch every show, pay attention to all the dirt sheets guesses, and still be wrong and still enjoy everything that happens.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I felt that way about the Rumble, like in a lot of ways. I mean, I had a vibe that Charlotte was going to win. She pulled it off, but I mean, a lot of things happened that I wasn't anticipating, or at least didn't happen in the way I thought they were going to happen. So yeah, I mean, for that reason, I give it full marks. But 88% of the chat going for Punk, 12% Sami. So the underdog from the underground, a heavy underdog tonight.
One Punk even saying there's levels to this. He sits
Right.
there and just staring at Sami. Jose, you read my mind. Do you mind? I'm kicking my own ass.
Right.
The pen is blue.
Blue. The goddamn pen is blue.
Blue.
Seth Punk, Hell in a Cell. My only hesitation is we saw Drew and Punk play out in a cell. You can't just keep going back to the cell, I don't think.
Yeah, no. Don't try and recreate something that you know was good just because that was good if it doesn't fit. Let the story tell itself out, and that's they've done the best with that.
Ooh. And Seth Punk could be a last man standing, or like you have other steps that we can throw in. It can't be like you have, oh, this is sloppy as shit.
Like sloppy and hockey fighter, fumbly bumbly stumbly.
But if you didn't know, it looked like these two guys were actually having a heated exchange.
Fair enough. I looked at you, and then I just see them kind of all in the ropes and everything.
Right? Yeah, we're back and running. But yeah, the grappling was so intense. Like they were really digging into grappling.
Man's out here just waiting for a 5-minute major for a fight.
Right? Price is wrong, Bob. AJ Styles versus CM Punk would be very compelling, very interesting.
I really like, though, that even though CM Punk is the odds-on favorite to win this,
yep,
I can make a path in my mind how Sami gets to WrestleMania and is involved in a prominent match. Christ, we sat there and saw him, beside his best friend and everything. Like, we've still got the Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn heartstrings to tug on.
Yeah, I mean, to an extent, for sure. And I think, again, like you said, it's all about the options right now. Everything's kind of wide open. KO's in the mix. We saw the issues with Sami. There's a lot of possibilities. Again, Rumble showed, like, I said it during the Rumble stream, Nick. I looked at you and I asked, like, is this just them flexing a bit of, like, look at all we have? Like, here are all the things. Like, it felt like a flex when you had so much star power. We're trying to piece together what direction they're all going to go. When
this is my Sami, this is my Phillip, this is my Logan,
right?
Yeah, well, and you can come up with 10 different avenues that they can go, and none of them are bad.
Ooh, big close on by Sami. Punk Rollins buried alive match. Oh wow.
I think it's more interesting right now that the fear when it comes to wrestling fandom, when it comes to watching WWE, is don't be mad because they didn't do what you do. Doesn't mean what they're doing is bad, because there's 18,057 avenues with this. Of that to me is the biggest issue. Of don't get so invested in one outcome that it has to be this, because trust me, there's been multiple upon multiple outcomes that have sprung up that neither of us have even thought about, and were amazing.
100%.
Like that's the best thing with pro wrestling right now is everything seems uncertain and not in a chaotic way, in a calculated way.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. They're really laying it in. It looks stiff as hell. It really did.
Well, these are two. Oh, he's going back to his El Generico days. Wait, sorry, spoiler. That'll be the luchador that replaces Dragon Lee. Penta is El Generico. CM Punk going for the big macho elbow. Oh, yeah, oh no. Superplex. And we go to commercial. Like that's the thing is, this isn't a squash. This isn't a easily debatable, decidable, what have you. This is you gonna work for this. You can establish why you need to be here.
Yeah, I mean, as the action
in the chamber match, I should say, like not on.
Yeah, you got to battle for it. These matches matter. They're going to give them time to cook. We saw the women's match earlier tonight get time to cook. That's been one of the things we saw it in the Rumble. The matches got time to cook. Things got time to cook. We still got 15 minutes on the clock, about the halfway mark of the match. You throw in a commercial. I hope there's no more now, but the match rolls on, and again, it should be a. These matches should matter.
Absolutely. ZZ Top, Viva La Vegas, song for WrestleMania 40. Christian, I think you have an affliction with Viva, first off, because you always want us to be out here, Viva La, like a Ricky Martin song, whatever the fuck. Yeah, close to that. But yeah, when did ZZ Top do Viva Las Vegas? I thought that was a Presley song, though. Viva Las Vegas.
I think everyone's done a version of Viva Las Vegas.
Yeah, but ZZ Top's not known for their version of Viva Las Vegas.
Is it me, or do these Raw or Netflix shows feel like we're getting 70% of the show and the other 30% is missing? I feel like we need more time is spent in the filler and less the good stuff. I don't know. I mean, this 2.5 hour mark seems real nice. Doesn't feel like anything's missing for my money. My one complaint was a couple of the promos that I felt like long, like time fillers. But other than that, maybe 2 shorter promos and slide in a match.
I feel no difference than to an extent of what they had on USA as far as as I won't say as quality, but as far as like involving people, commercials, anything like that, it feels to me exactly the same and everything.
Well, there's definitely less commercials. That's one thing that's great. Oh, big collision in the middle of the air.
You have no commercials, so
I have no, so that helps. But both men cross body in the middle of the ring, both men down. But yeah, I mean, again, I still think I would argue that since Raw went to Netflix, all the shows, all the Raws have had good ratings. They've carried strong. They've been highly entertaining. I love the idea of leaving us wanting more. So that extra half an hour being cut off works really well for me. I got no complaints. And the matches are getting time to cook. Like, I know there's no pliers being used to twist a nose, but it's a hell of a main event.
I also like that the ending is open-ended. To where we're not gonna all of a sudden go to 7-hour Monday Night Raw, but it could be 2.5 hours, it could be 2:15, it could be 3 hours, it could be 3:15. It all depends. Wrestling and especially WWE right now feels like an actual organic situation. It feels like it's breathing, like it feels alive in that sense of organic. Of it can move. It can be from 2 out like 2.5 hours to 3.5 hours.
Yeah, I like again, tonight we're not quite sure when this match is going to come to an end. So it's fun to kind of have that open flex. But we're back to the action, and big DDT by Sami.
Right. Amy Johnson saying, KJ, is it me or do these Raw on Netflix shows? Oh, fair enough. I feel like we just got that one.
We just got that one.
TJ saying, and it's time 3 minutes. Good break length. I didn't know they had a time. They had a stopwatch and commercials.
Well, we the Netflix crew gets a timer, so we know exactly how long the commercials are.
Well,
which is a cool feature.
There you go. Well, MDB is getting 0 commercials out there thanks to his Captain Jack Sparrows. Right. But I'd rather use my own Netflix.
Blue Thunderbomb. Dose.
There you go. Well, for whatever reason, speaking of using your own Netflix, I got the Blue Thunderbomb in about 2 frames a second. I got spin, clip. It just kept blacking out throughout that. I'm like, what is happening?
I got the same thing. This is awesome. Chance breakout.
See, this is warranted versus Maxine Dupree and Ivy Nile had a fucking clothesline exchange, and this is awesome. This is awesome.
I love the fan base. You fickle, spoiled little babies. Netflix.
Shut up. This ain't fickle.
It barely glitched. We're okay.
Oh, I wasn't talking about. Oh, I thought you were talking about match call. I didn't give a fuck about the glitch. Yeah.
Have the match go no contest. It's glitched a couple times for me tonight. You're gonna have issues, folks. Again, it's like anything else. Cable glitches from time to time. Like it's people are funny.
Anyone want to talk about Saturday night main event where the Spanish audio was there for a fucking 5 minutes?
Right. Cancel the deal with Netflix. They fucked up a Blue Thunder bomb.
Listen, just search in your brain the term Blue Thunder Bomb and you'll figure out what it looks like.
Oh, Punk's definitely holding hard.
Tap to the Anaconda device.
But it looks so aggressive. Like, this is good shit.
Oh, I have to win.
Like, it looks like these two are fucking grinding on each other.
But that's the thing. These are guys that are professional. And I know it's almost been halfway kicked around before, but is current WWE product or current wrestling product a reality era to where you kind of halfway know way more than you should ever need to fucking want to know about half these wrestlers.
Right.
And B, they sell it like, no, I'm really choking you out the fuck. Like, you teeter that line of shoot and work.
Right. Two big knees in the corner by Punk.
Look at it, cowboy. That's all for me. Oh, that's an asshole line.
Yeah, that's. Oh shit!
Helluva.
Nice move. That was really well done. Up.
By the way, if I ever missed, small package. 1, 2. Dos, amigos, dos. If I ever missed out on a Ludwig kick, I'd be singing soprano for the rest of my life, by the way. Yeah.
Both men down. What a match. What a main event to Raw tonight. So 6 minutes or just over 5.5 minutes on my clock. So slow count.
But this is so good as a Raw main event. Like, remember, when you would have matches like this, and that was your Raw main event because they'd fucking burn the house down. But your pay-per-view matches would be umpteenth time better and more compelling because this shit built into that. Like, this is just, we're going back to the old school. We're going back to what Hunter was, literally what he was booked in. So why not just book the same type of shit? Sami fights out of the GTS. exploded in a turnbuckle as Punk knees first into the fucking turnbuckle. Oh, we're set up for the Haluva kick.
Punk's in trouble. Punk's in trouble.
Oh no.
GTS, GTS. 1, 2, 3.
3.
It's over. CM Punk, clean win. Down goes Sami. Now some minutes left on this clock, so we'll see if what happens or we're just done. But it's glitchy.
I don't know. The fact that they keep going, 2 frames a second, they might be like, we're done here. We got some issues. Let's buffer this out.
Well, listen, Elimination Chamber in Toronto in a few weeks. Punk, Cena already announced. So there you go. But yes, Netflix definitely having some glitchy issues tonight.
And if that ain't selling you on Elimination Chamber with just the fact that you're going to get Punk and Cena in an Elimination Chamber, I don't know how else to sell it to you. Right. And Sami's another, like how I mentioned with the women's match, of Sami's another guy who could maybe get it on the back end of everybody else who's been in it or been trying to qualify but has been eliminated last man in. Sami could be that guy.
Could be. But Punk pointing at the sign, walking off. And again, I mean, Sami getting back to his knees. We'll see what happens here. I think Sami's on the verge of a heel turn at some point soon, so I'm waiting for it.
Does he do it inside with Kevin? Is it a solo heel turn?
Good question.
Yeah, that's why I asked it.
QR code. Yeah, right.
What? Is there a legit one? I don't know.
Howdy going after Punk?
You're stuttering.
Yeah, get your. Oh, this is a bit annoying.
A wee bit. Like, I'd rather take the blackout on SmackDown versus feel like I'm having a stroke.
Handshake. Was Sami gonna? Oh, KO! KO jumps Sami,
and he knocks Sami into Punk. So Punk's gonna think Sami took him out. Oh, Kevin now taking out Sami. Why? He was there for you. Why are you taking out your one friend?
Because he stood by and watched me take a beating. That's why, Nick. Because when you could have helped me, when you could have tipped that ladder over, you stood there and did nothing. Who's my friend? Not you, bitch.
Yeah, 100% actually valid, because I remember bringing up of like, Sami, you're really going to watch this man climb up the ladder and you're going to just watch him do it. But Kevin, beside himself as we and that's how we end Monday Night Raw on Netflix of CM Punk qualifies for the Elimination Chamber, is trying to have a moment with Sami Zayn, and then Kevin Owens pops up and small package drivers Sami Zayn, essentially writing him off till eternity.
Right. So again, maybe that does set up the big KO Sami Zayn WrestleMania match, which will cook. But yeah, I cheer so loud. Yeah, this is one thing will get me and you on the same page, MDB. KO over Sami for sure. So sorry, Sami.
Oh yeah, Kevin's one of those that, to me, he's the guy that should be a world champ.
Right. But ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of Raw. Get your ratings out of 10. We take a rating out of 10 after every single show. Make sure you get in there. Give us your rating. How did you feel? What did you like? As Nick and I will click through a few, and then we will be off to bed. But KO is my champ. Mine too. I'm with you.
Right? You're not my tribal champ.
Right. But what did you think? I loved it. I was really happy with a lot of what we got tonight. There was a couple of flat spots for sure. I felt the crowd was a little up and down tonight, where they were really into things, and sometimes they were just kind of waiting for other things to happen. It felt great main event, great women's match between Liv and Io. I know some people were foo-fooing the ending, but the ending was perfect. If you pay attention to what they're trying to accomplish. Yeah, I thought a really strong show. And the twist of KO, like, is KO now on Raw? What will happen? Is Sami going to show up on SmackDown? What will happen? I like it. I like it. And the potential KO Sami. And for all the reasons I just said to you, my friend, KO has every right to gaslight the shit out of his buddy for not being there for him.
You said a lot of things. What's your rating?
I'm gonna give it a 7.5.
Oh, okay. I heard the 7 initially. I was like, whoa, we might be a bit apart.
No.
Yeah, they need to miss a QR code.
How did you feel about it?
I like Jose here was 7 out of 10 for Raw, 10 out of 10 for you guys. See you next time. But absolutely appreciate my guy. It started really well, like Jey was out there and emotional, and everybody, you get it all in the fields with that. You had me until Charlotte Flair.
Okay.
And boy, how did that you went off a fucking Yosemite cliff with that.
Right.
I'm at an 8 with it.
Oh.
I think the end with KO and Sami, I think, was really good. The Seth stuff was very lacking.
Yeah.
The Logan stuff, I'm intrigued by. Like, for everything that they had that was intriguing, there was stuff that wasn't. I can see where you went with 7.5, and I guess I just decided to be a little extra, go 8. But yeah. I can meet you either way. But yeah.
No, I mean, it's fair. I mean, I thought the way you were describing some things, you were actually going to come in at below. So 8.5 out of 10 glitch moments. Yeah, people are going to be mad about the glitches. They happen. And I mean, again, suck it up. I know it's.
I popped on live and not had audio, so I can't say shit. So.
Right. 8 out of 10. I prayed for this and it happened. There we go. KO is my champ. 8.5, 6 out of 10.
Are you surprised no Drew tonight, though?
No, not at all. I think there was a lot going on. I think Drew will be back. I mean, again, it's this cycle of you don't get everybody every week. Some guys need a breather. Some guys you're selling us on being a little banged up. Yeah, I think if you have the opportunity to, Drew's got to be a guy that's probably in the Elimination Chamber. My God, the story is thick with everybody that could be in this one. So, yeah, I mean, Drew, I think we're good for it. And I think, is Drew on SmackDown? Maybe he'll be there.
Allegedly, I don't know if it's been official like a referee whistle. Can we just kind of say that, one COO of talent and everything might be out there, Michelin stars, and the other might be, just put the fries in the bag.
Right. Absolutely. 7.5. Let's hurry it up for KJ feel better. Thank you, Bradley. Thank you. Did we just become best friends? Right? Yes. Wild 2-0. Yeah, the Wild are good this year, man. The Leafs are.
Well, how did y'all best friends feel about the Harley Cameron Muppet puppet?
Best Sasha Banks promo ever. My note. Mercedes. Wow. Mercedes Monet. Best
Mercedes Monet.
Right. Monet. Best Mercedes promo ever, my friend.
I feel like she even managed to hit the same, like she just cut it as Mercedes. Like it was the same thing. I was like, I didn't even miss her. I didn't even know she wasn't here.
8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. It was crazy, but I love Harley. We want Harley. Let's go. 8.5 out of 10. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. 8.6. 10 out of 10. We remember Trish from the Royal Rumble. See money. That's wonderful. I appreciate it. But they give us a replay, so technically, 8 blackouts out of 10. 6.5 glitch points. The glitches sucked tonight, though. They did. They suck, man. We don't even know who to blame. 7.5 out of 10. Netflix.
I would still blame Kevin Dunn somehow, some way.
Right.
Like this. Mercedes Muppet. No, you're fine. MTV. Mercedes Muppet.
Right. Raw tonight was an 8 out of 10. Yeah, I'm just slightly under the 8 just because there was a couple kind of, all right, I feel like we're just, like, you could almost give us 2 shorter segments with maybe another kind of quickie match in there, opposed to 2 really long promo segments that lacked.
It's
That's
all in
that's
the same.
both lacked.
It's in the same ballpark of. I feel like, honestly, I'm gonna say this: if this was a 2-hour Raw, and you trim some of the missy kind of promos, like Charlotte didn't have as much time, Seth didn't
Yeah.
have as much time, what have you.
Yeah.
Like, you're a little bit cleaner coming out of it because you had a lot to unpack here.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I thought they were going to go the full 3 hours, but you took 2.5 and still managed to fumble a half.
Right. No, I mean, again, I think that again, what I do like is matches are getting time. Matches are getting time to be done. Now, promos are getting a lot of time too. And maybe that's the disconnect a little bit. But I mean, I did better for you, brother. There you go. Go get him. Go get him. 7.25 out of 10 knee pads. Sami out wrestled Punk, in my opinion. Sami had a good match. Punk had a good match. The fans thought it was awesome. But ultimately, Punk moves on. Sami gets beat up by his friend again.
Right.
10 out of 10 for this stream. Saffit, we love you. We appreciate it. 7.5 out of 10. Glitches aside, it was a good show. Didn't blow their load on too much. No, again, we're playing that long game. So, yeah, I think 7.58 is fair. Overall, solid.
I don't know. Might have stuck on that keyboard because that's why they might have been kept hitting that cut key and everything, and it just kept glitching out there.
Right. Yeah, it was.
Sorry, I just like of Christopher Cox, hashtag Harley Cameron for champion. I feel like that needs to be something I think you and a few other people will wear proudly.
Yeah, we got to get going. Like, I mean, keep hashtagging it, folks. Hashtag we want Harley or Harley for champion. Tag the channel. We will retweet it if you do so. We want to continue to support Carly Carly
Cameron, yes, 100%.
Right.
We are big supporters of Carly Cameron.
But in her quest to be the number 1 woman in AEW.
Well, she was out there performing with Chris Jericho, so she's, moving her way. She's out there on the Jericho cruise.
But hey, I mean, again, Mercedes Moné's best promo of her career. It was really awesome to see.
And she wasn't even involved.
7 out of 10, 8.5. I give this show 11 out of 13 and FTK all day. There you go, Spaz. The promo was hilariously good. Not sure which one. The Harley Cameron one. Yes. 7.5. One. I think I got that twice. I did it for my brother. Thank you. And the fans. Thank you so much for the super chat, Kevin Owens. And again, go get him. Go get him.
Wow.
But there you go. Hashtag Nick for Wing King.
I apologize in advance when I fail you.
Nah.
I had a 5-wing advantage. I have Buffalo Bills out of this the whole time.
You're like the Washington Generals. You're due, bro. You're due.
Yeah, 100%. And that's when you know the fix is in. That's when you know the kayfabe has slipped.
Right. But yeah, Thursday night, the Wing Challenge comes back. I said earlier, we're up in the heat. We got more hot sauce and same old battle. It's going to be a lot of fun going through the trivia and be here for that tomorrow. NXT, 7:45 p.m. Of course, Sunday, we are here for the Super Bowl. We got so much coming your way, folks. Be here. Have a lot of fun. Tell your friends. We are growing by the second. And go check out all our socials. Don't forget Discord. Don't forget Anthony's out there as well. Show him some love. And go give our buddy Spaz some love as well. But great start to the week.
Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is authentic. When you're talking about the rest of it, but about that full life with it.
How'd you? See you on the flip side. Good night.